Good morning. Bright and fucking early. Happy Sunday. I hope you're all doing really well. Ugh, God. Sunshine. It's the worst. It's more, right? Like, good morning feels like such a fucking, what is it, like a catch 22 or something? Like, I don't. Raise your hand if you wanted to wake up today. Good. Glad we're on the same page. Oh my God, Zoe, I want to see the Barbie movie really bad. I've heard good things. And,
ClassyKatie.
thank you for the resub, Kel! How the fuck was your vacation? Oh my God, was it amazing? I'm just so relieved you actually got to go. Oh, BDO. I mean, at least they didn't rub you down all sick, though. Oh, God. Thank you, dude. You want to know a funny story about this shirt? I've had this since I was in 5th grade, 4th grade. Um, I don't know what parent didn't catch this, but they named our team the Red Rockets. Like 10-year-olds. And it still fits, which is disgusting. Did you? Oh my God, I'm gonna have to look at him. Was it just the best? Was it like self-renewing to your soul? It's so fucking amazing and self-aware. Really?
That bitch, and when I mean bitch, I mean the most wonderful person in the world, ClassyKatie.
Tom, thank you so much for some of the class, keeping the classy alive and giving a fucking anus its wings. God damn! That's a long time.
Oh, wait, 40 months? If I'm doing my math right, doesn't that mean 5 years? Wait, is that 5 years? Jesus Christ. No. No, it's not. Is it? No, it's not. No, it's almost. No. 60s. Oh my God, yeah. Thank you. Just kidding.
That was, I knew my math was off. It's so early. I'm sorry. I was like, wait, no, that's not right. But maybe that's still a really long time. Regardless, that's a really fucking long time. And I appreciate you. Thank you. Jesus fuck. That was bad. My brain is slow. Shad! Thank you so much for summoning the class, keeping the class alive, and giving an swings for 29 months. I'm not even going to try to math that because my brain apparently does not work today. Wow, we're just not going to talk about it. Soundboard, it's the alerts. It's a couple of them are just low. They're like low alerts. Unfortunately, I have them all jacked up to 100%. So, I got to like record louder things, I guess. Math. Wait, okay, I got to read the dad joke. Hold on. Why do fathers take an extra pair of socks when they go golfing? In case they get a hole in one? Oh my God. How dare you? 18 hours, dude. Was it, I mean, were you at least comfortable? What like airlines did you fly? Yeah, don't math in public. It's just embarrassing. My sleep's all fucky, and I have to do work tomorrow. I got up in Rome at like 5:30 a.m. and got back to Denver at 6:30 p.m. Jesus fucking Christ. You know, Jova, that's a really good idea. I always forget I even have Audacity. The audacity! I forget I even have it. That's a really good idea. Roll check, you're right. I was just about to pack a bowl. I grounded some weed. Good morning, Hero. Good morning, Crimson. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, Kel, that was part of the reason Zach and I chose not to go to TwitchCon in Paris, because not only were the flights like, you know, it was gonna cost us upward of $5,000 just to fly there, but the like, we would have been there for 3 days. It wouldn't even been long enough to get over fucking jet lag. So, fuck that. My bowl is so jammed up. Sorry, I'm just trying to yuck. Then this was the other one. I'm afraid of the calendar. It says its days are numbered. Jesus Christ. Ooh, Italian airline, Iceland Airways. Not the worst airline I've ridden. I think I've been on Iceland Airways. Iceland Airways is pretty good. British Airways can suck a dick. I've never, ever had a good experience on British Airways. Like, bless their heart, I don't even know if they're trying. They're so bad. Yep, I basically ended up being up like 28 hours. I did that when I went to Germany, dude, and that's how I partially think that that was why I got sick. Like, I got really bad food poisoning when I was there. But yeah, I did the same thing in Germany. I worked a 12-hour shift, went to the airport, and flew to Germany and didn't sleep at all because I can't sleep on a fucking airplane for the life of me. And I was up for like over 30 hours, something like that. It was yeah, I know you're feeling. You're like, what day is it? Am I actually in Italy? I normalize all the dans and goobs to -2 so that way they can set the source to 1 volume. Oh, that's so nice. Negative. I'm gonna write that down. I never even thought to do that. I completely forget Audacity even exists. Alerts. I can write. Iceland was 56. Oh my god, Kel, we've been roasty fucking toasty since you've been gone. When I tell you to come, you better come. Thank you so much for summoning the class, keeping the class alive, and giving a fucking A swings pasty bagel. And thank you for the hype train. What the? Thank you. I don't deserve that, but thank you. Neither can I. I'm way too big for airplanes. Me, you, and me both. You and me both, bro. At least I can't afford the fancy seats, dude. Who can? I mean, if I'm lucky, I'll get an exit row. But yeah, I mean, the best flight I've ever been on, I can't remember where I was going, but it was it was like a red eye. And the flight was practically empty, so everybody got their own row, and I just laid sideways. And that's the only flight I've ever been able to sleep on in my entire life. Yeah, I'm sure you're like me, where the headrest actually hits you here. So most people that can like lay back on this headrest, we're doing this the whole flight. Like, sleep must feel nice. Fuck all of you. I like, it's crazy. I normally just go about my day and I do not take into account other human beings about me. Like, I just kind of am like, you're just there. But when I'm on an airplane, if I see someone sleeping, I can't help but hope they die. I am so jealous of tiny people that fit on airplanes because I love traveling, but airplanes are hell. Literal hell. And the moment I see someone sleeping, I bullets. I'm like, oh, you better choke on a peanut, motherfucker. It's fucked up. I don't want to think those things, but goddamn. I woke up early yesterday to get my oil changed. Now I woke up early again for no reason. No, that's not fun, Genova. That's not fun in any way, shape, or form. Thank you for Kelty and Missy. Thank you so much for summoning the class, keeping the class alive, and giving any swings, motherfucker. That's 34 fucking months. That's a long time.
I'm not mathing anymore, but I fucking appreciate you. Thank you, lover.
When I flew back from Vegas after the ESO event, I fell asleep. I woke up to the stewardess talking to the couple beside me and then asked me to move because the woman was having a heart attack. What? Oh my god, what? How do you only have that one bowl? I have a plethora of them because I break them. They break. I use them until they shatter. Yeah. And honestly, I do have like 1 or 2 other bowls, but I hate them. This is the best bowl in the world. It is, instead of just like one hole down the middle that you might have to put a screen on, it's like a glass, it's flat glass right there, and then there's holes in the glass. So it's like a built-in glass screen, and it's the best bowl I've ever had in my life. I'd love to buy more, but poverty. So I treasure it until it shatters. That's, yeah. I just use shit till it breaks. I don't know. That's the way I've always been. I don't, like, I have 1 pair of shoes. When they break, I'll get another. That's insane, Hero. I had to assist with a heart attack / anxiety, a panic attack on an airplane one time, and it was pretty alarming. Good morning, Slurm. How are you?
That bitch, and when I mean bitch, I mean the most wonderful person in the world, ClassyKatie.
BDO, oh my god, Lorelai, thank you for the resub. What the fuck? Thank you for subbing the class, keeping the class alive, and giving any swings. I need cheers. I'm sorry, I forgot. I loaded a bowl and ah. I was gonna say, BDO, have you ever flown Southwest? If you haven't flown Southwest before, I wouldn't advise it. It's not a terrible airlines, but they don't assign seats, which is very strange. I've always thought was very odd. It's basically first come, first serve. So yeah, whoever the fuck gets on the plane first, i.e. rich people, get to pick their seats first. And I've watched people that are like under 5 foot pay the like Crimson, what the fuck? Thank you for the biddies. Dude, right? Mav, human fucking cattle. And Mav is tall too, so I know you can identify with this. So basically, if you fly Southwest, it's first come, first serve on the seats. But if you get to the airport early enough, you can go to the Southwest desk and you can pay $40 to $60 to have early boarding access, which means you get first pick of all the seats. And I've watched 5 foot motherfuckers pay that $40 to sit in the exit row. And I sitting in a middle seat somewhere else where I'm cramped and the fucker in front of me has decided to recline their seat, I'm secretly wishing you die. Like, for hours. If you get a migraine, it's my witchcraft. How dare you? Fuck humans! Hi, Mav, by the way. I love you. How are you? Rome was 95 with 50 plus humidity. Damn. Athens was so hot. We got a dozen fire warnings a day. Oh my God, I forgot you went to Greece. Greece hit like record temps of forever this past week. Was it horrific? I pray their window opens. I'm not kidding. I pray that exit door opens and they get sucked the fuck out. And the stewardess goes, "Hey, you, tall girl, performing human origami back there. Would you like to fit in a seat for once in your life? Come, that short bitch got sucked out. Let's fucking go." But no, I get stuck behind the asshole who insists on reclining their seat. If you recline airplane seats, you're an asshole. We're friends, maybe, like, but you're an asshole. I just need you to know that. Because we're friends, I'm informing you. Everyone hates you. Stop it. So fucking infuriating. Oh God, Molly. Just lose height? I wish. Honestly, I feel like if I was long-waisted, it wouldn't be that big of a problem. But it's because I'm legs. I'm all legs. So, like, I'd have to chop my feet off or something. Not even, that wouldn't even work. I need to chop a section of my fucking femur to fit. Like, just a good chunk of it out. Because it's just, I'm all, like, this is why I get really angry when people recline their seats. Before you have reclined your airplane seat, my kneecaps are already in your seat.
I mean, the most wonderful person in the world, ClassyKatie.
Thank you for this. Dude, today, what the fuck? Thank you for resumming the class, keeping the classy alive, and giving any swings.
For a year! With that prime, don't forget your primes, please. Bezos makes billions of dollars, and there's a lot of people out there that can't eat. Maybe give your prime sub to them. Thank you so much.
I know. Well, Mav, dude, the way that your guys' like weird ass summer is going is the exact same way Colorado is. So ever since I've moved here, the moment it gets hot, it stays hot.
When
Like,
I tell you to come, you better come.
Genova just. What could Mav have gotten a better alert? I don't know. Genova, thank you for giving a sub in the channel. Those alerts are so ridiculous. Would you believe it if I told you that's from A Christmas Story? Yeah, like Colorado has, I'm not exaggerating when I say we have East Coast weather right now. It is so bizarre. Every year since I've moved here, it's been dry, 95 to 110 degrees. And like the smoke outside is usually so thick and nasty you can't go outside without coughing up black shit. But it's seriously, I mean, I've been to Florida, I've been to Georgia, I've been to most of the eastern southern seaboard, like the mid-Atlantic seaboard. And when you're there every day, it's hot, hot, hot until like 2 to 3 p.m., rains for an hour to 2 hours, and it's done. Every day, that's where the humidity comes from. And the rain is like if God dumped a bucket on your head. It's fucking insane. It's just like flood rain for 2 hours. And we are having that here in Colorado nonstop. It'll be 95 all day, and then it pours rain, and we have thunderstorms, and it's so humid. We literally have like that haze across the city because it can't get out. It's the weirdest weather here. And meanwhile, the rest of the world is quite literally on fire. It's so fucking weird. But yeah, before you recline your seat, my knees are already in the back of your seat. So when you recline your seat, you dislocate my patella, and I sit there and silently cry for the entire flight. So maybe stop. That was all I wanted to say. I literally had a woman on my flight from Thailand to Singapore dislocate my patella because she insisted on reclining her seat. And when she hit my knees, she just thought the seat was broken, so she kept pushing. Don't do that. You fucking ass fuck. Next time I get on a plane, I'm just gonna sit on a short person and pretend I didn't realize they were there and just go to sleep. Flying back from the States, I had an epic panic attack. Oh, thanks to an absolute cunt bag sitting next to me getting wasted. Oh my god, what? No, worse nightmares. Crimson, you check. I've had people, literally, I'm not kidding. She pushed into my knee until my patella dislocated. It slid to the side of my knee. It was horrific. And I was sitting there tapping her shoulder like, please stop going, please stop going, please stop. Ah! In my opinion, airplane seats shouldn't be able to recline, but sure. Also, just a tip for other tall fuckers in the chat. If you can't get an exit row, sit directly behind the exit row because the exit row can't recline. Fuck you. And then Washington's fucking cold. That's what my parents are saying. It's so bizarre. Me too, Genova. I mean, you guys, weren't you just saying the other day that Arizona officially upped their average temperature? You guys are like way above it right now, but didn't you officially up your average temperature? I feel like the world is on fire. Like Greece was in the 120s, what I heard. Death Valley hit 140. Italy was like up in the 120s. It's just like not this past week, but the week before, the world experienced the 5 hottest days we have ever experienced since we've been able to record temperature. We're on fire. It's not good. Yeah. Is there a way to tell Twitch I don't want to see hot tub bullshit? But I just got a fucking hot tub, man. Fuck. Honestly, I've never seen a hot tub stream. I don't get suggested them. I don't know. I'm not nice about it. You start to recline. I put my knee up higher into the seat so they can't recline. I tried to do that. She pushed so hard. Be careful. Your patella is a floating, like, little shield on top of your knee bones that's only held on by a few tendons. That's what I learned very, very quickly. Be very careful by pushing, because I do the same. I'll put my feet up. Like, fuck you. I need to be able to sit here as well. You can nap elsewhere. Egyptian Customs has like hyper level security, customs declaration, and 3 separate security screens. Whoa. Took 20 minutes, taking off shoes and all. It took me 55 minutes to get. Whoa. I've never been to Egypt though. Was it amazing? The strainer bowl, actually, Beatree, Vissy bought it for me as a gift. I will ask her though. Let me make a note. If she pops by today, if anybody sees Vissy and like, you don't have to remember anything other than Katie needs to ask Vissy a thing. Slurm, thank you for continuing your gifted sub from fucking Vile. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'll have to. It's tall tips. Seriously, sit behind the exit row. They can't recline. What was I gonna see? This is Vissy strainer bowl. It's amazing. I'm obsessed with it. It's so nice because I don't fuck with screens either. They're such a pain in the dick. 120. Yeah, they were like, it's like death temperatures, Mav. The world is really hot right now. It's crazy. Your legs might be longer than mine. I mean, they're long. It's possible. If you're long-waisted, I'm the opposite. Goddamn, it was like a couple years ago. I measured my I measured with a measuring tape from like the ground to the top of my ass crack and then the top of my ass crack to my shoulders. And my torso, or my legs are exactly twice the length of my torso. I'm like a Tim Burton character with meat on it. It's fucking weird. Hate it. Hate it. We were 23. Oh my God, Genova says this is in Arizona. We were 23 consecutive days over 120 degrees Fahrenheit, or 110 degrees, excuse me. That's disgusting. We're literally living in the everything is fine room right now. Really, we were in Athens for 2 days. Both days got a dozen fire warnings. I am glad you're okay, because I don't even know. What do you do? I mean, Mav, it's just because Washington wants to rain 24/7. It's just trying really hard. You know what's weird? I haven't lived in Washington for like forever now. I don't even know. I don't remember the last time I lived in Washington State. But I remember when I left it, I was very firmly like, fuck rain. I hate rain so much. Every moment of my life was spent in rain, waiting at the bus stop, waiting for the bus, getting off the bus, walking home, recess, rain. You're just cold and wet 24/7 as a child in Washington. That's all I remember is just being soaking wet and having colds all the time. And I remember leaving and Maryland would rain, but it's like piss rain. It's like hot rain and it only happens for like an hour. I still hated it, but I was, and now that I live in Colorado, I'm like, rain, yes! Oh my God! It's disgusting. But it took like 15 years for me to not hate rain anymore. Pretty crazy. Good morning, Kinger. 115 in Vegas. Damn, that's fucking hot. Those hot tubs, I mean, it'd be awesome. Honestly, like if I could make a living laying in a hot tub all day, are you kidding me? Incredible. How relaxing, but also it's people soup. Bolted on? Wait, cunt, I can't do that. Wait, what? Oh God, no. What? Oh my, I don't know what to do with that. What? No, stop. No, I don't want to know. It is. That's what my mom says. Her garden is blowing up, and we're kind of the same. Like, I've never seen it this green in Colorado before in my life. The humidity and the constant rain, it's crazy. And like the past like 2.5, 3 years that we lived here, we've focused on like one thing every year to fix up about the house. Last year it was the $13,000 fucking fence, and this year was planting. Best year. Best year I could have ever potentially planted anything. I haven't had water once. It just rains constantly. I've come to the decision. I'm moving to the UK. I'm going to try and get on with one of the unis there to pursue my doctorate in history. Dude, do it. Why not? I mean, it's basically the US light. You're already used to the bullshittery. Prime operative. Is it nice and cool where you are right now? You have the ocean breeze though, man. The ocean breeze helps so much. Colorado's the first place I've ever lived in my life that's landlocked. And it's very bizarre because the air feels like a blow dryer in your face. There's no cool ocean air coming at you. It's just like God's hot fart in your face 24/7. It's fucking gross. I run hot, so living in the mist is great. Dude, I get it. I wish I did. I wish I felt the hot I run, apparently. Egypt was minimum 100 the whole week we were there. Wow. Is it fairly air, like, are buildings fairly air conditioned there? Good morning, Koto. The finger, oh no, stop it, no. No, finger. It's almost 100 and it's 9 a.m. Dude, we've been close, but not near that. That's like weather where you go hiking without water and you die. Right? It's lake taint. That's exactly what it is. No shit. Like you go outside and you're excited to see wind and the wind is somehow hotter than the ambient fucking temperature. What the fuck is that? Why? Why is that happening to me? Zach and I literally, like, last week, it was so hot that our house couldn't cool down. Like, it was impossible. So we just went for a drive with the dogs. And it was even more miserable because the air coming through our windows just to get some air was like a blow dryer. Like, hot in your face. It's very bizarre. I think people would die here without AC because you can't escape it. Hot tub would be fun until Trick and Lil. Oh my God. People dog soup? Oh my God. A kiddie pool with Trick and Lilith would be fun, though. They do fucking love water. They'd get it in 2 seconds. I'd be done for. Maybe that's why there's a Silvo TV series. People were going underground to stay cool. I would believe that. Because I've thought about that, think about, before air conditioning. It's one thing, and I know I'm not going to get in the argument of humidity versus dry air. We're not going to go there today. However, humidity does supply a level of moisture to your body, even when it's balls hot. But out here, I've told you guys, like, I can watch my hairs on my arm, like, prickle because the air starts to desiccate you, starts to suck the moisture out of your skin. I feel like people without AC here died. Like, you just die. There's no water. The wind is hotter than everything else. There's no animals. There's no life. Why do people live here? I still don't know. But you know what? We're not going to go there right now. It's just what? It's like death weather. Oh, really? No shit. Just going a little bit inland San Diego and doesn't reach there until afternoon. So you're going to be roasty toasty. Stay cool. I'm sorry. We ended up staying in 5-star hotels the whole time. So I don't really get the real experience because the Egyptian pound is like 30 to 1 conversion rate to the dollar. That's how it was when I was in Thailand. I think I told you that. Like we were staying in 5-star hotels for 75 cents a night. It's insane. It's crazy. Like it's just so I mean, man. Whoa. Thailand, yeah. The most expensive part about Thailand is just getting there. Once you get to Thailand, you will live like a king if you have $20. It's crazy. It's yeah. It's the baht. I think it's BAAT is how you spell it. The baht to dollar exchange rate is at least when I was there, and I think it's even worse for them, better for us now, is crazy. I mean, I went there and I think I spent under $100 the entire time I was in Thailand for 2 weeks and Singapore. And I think I spent half of that $100 the 24 hours I was in Singapore. Because Singapore is expensive. Singapore is a city. But Thailand, you can go for nothing. Like as long as you just have to get there. Cheers. Hashish, have you like calculated how much water you have to consume preggers? Because I seriously, sometimes I feel like I'm drowning the amount of water I drink just living in Colorado, not pregnant. Oh, my bong's smoking itself. Stop. What is wet bulb? I don't think I've ever seen so much poverty in Egypt. It felt really fucking weird seeing as I'm pretty poor here and have been homeless. I felt guilty the whole time, honestly. I felt that way in Thailand heavily. I think Thailand's probably other than Mexico, but I went to Mexico when I was a kid. I don't really remember it that much. Thailand's probably the most impoverished. I mean, it's bizarre though because like everybody's dirt poor except like the king. So I didn't feel like there was like a disparity between the rich and the poor. I didn't see rich. If that makes sense. Like everybody lived in a hovel that was open air and they were like sitting on the ground around a boiling pot of rice. Like everybody. It's just, and I think that's, I don't know, Thailand's not a communistic country, are they? Are they communist? I don't think so. But I know they have a ruler, they have a king, and everything goes to him, and like every door has a fucking like porcelain painting of their child ruler on it. It's very bizarre. Good morning, Taco. How are you, love? Good morning, Vex. How are you doing? I have to say though, Egyptian traffic is fucking anarchy. Wait, but you were in Rome. Worse than Italy? There's no stop signs, no traffic lights, no left turns, and only speed bumps to manage traffic. But ironically, it flows so much better than ours. I felt that way when I was in Mexico, actually. I was 18 when I went, so I remember a little bit, but not a ton. But I do remember that if you got a taxi to go literally anywhere, everybody drives stick down there. Everything's a stick, which is fine. I was used to it, but they drive stick like race cars there. And they have stoplights and stop signs, but they're basically a mild suggestion. And a lot of the communication between cars is flicking their brights. They have like Morse code with bright flickering. And it was so scary. Like my dad had me sit in the front seat. I don't remember where. I think I was sitting in the front seat one time. My dad was like really protective of us because it was me and my 4 sisters, and he didn't want us getting stolen into the sex trade. So he was like, my girls. And at one point I thought we were going to die. But now that you mention it, like it moved more smoothly than any traffic I've ever been in. Even though nothing meant anything. It was smooth as fuck, and you got everywhere fast as hell. It was rough. I'd pee every 5 minutes. Jesus Christ. Good morning, Chief, and cheers. But I didn't want to die of dehydration because it could happen so fast. But if I ever get pregnant again, I'll time it to where I'm not super pregnant during the summer. Probably wise. I've never been pregnant, but pregnant women in chat, that anybody been pregnant more than once? I would imagine, like, I'm just asking, is it worse in the summer? I would imagine yes. Because, like, not even only pregnancy hormones and all that, but you're also adding, like, X amount of fucking, like, weight onto your body that you have to carry around in hotter, nastier weather, right? Yes, Mav.
That
Okay.
bitch,
That's what I
and when I mean
assumed.
bitch,
That
I
seems like
mean
a
the most
terrible
wonderful
idea.
person in the world, ClassyKatie.
Thank you for the resub, love. Please. Happy Sunday and hydrate, motherfuckers. Good morning, Donna. Where is this? Where is this I'm talking about? Where Mexico? I was talking about a couple different places. We were just talking about like wild ass traffic. My friend Kel just got back from a wild all over the place trip. Went to the UK, went to Egypt, went to Italy, Iceland, right? All over the place for like a bit. And was saying that the traffic, like the not necessarily the traffic, but just like road rules and everything or lack thereof in Egypt was insane. Like there's no lights, no stop signs, no nothing, just speed bumps. Just speed bumps, which is insane. 3 lane, you mean 7? Exactly. You're just sweaty, right? That seems. And like you have back pain and shit, right? When you're carrying around like your womb fruit on the front of your body and laying down in sweaty ass heat has got, I mean, nothing. None of that sounds fun. I'm so sorry any of you have been pregnant in the summer. I was born in March, so my mom had an easy go of it. Oh, the flicking lights. That was Mexico. That was in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. Around Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. Puerto Vallarta was like our base, but we went everywhere. Yeah, around Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. Yeah, they had traffic signs and stuff. They had stoplights, they had traffic signs, but they were just like a very mild suggestion. It seemed like everything was communicated by flicking lights, and then cars would just like poo poo just start going off it whenever they wanted. It was crazy. I didn't understand it, but we never got in an accident. David, good morning. I wasn't pregnant, but I went through menopause for the first time all summer. No, I don't want that. No, that sounds terrible. So Kel went to London, Cairo, Luxor, oh, I forgot Athens. Luxor, Athens, and Rome. Dude, what a fucking good trip. I've never been to Egypt. I'm very, very jealous. I don't know if I'll ever get to go in my lifetime because it's never really been exactly safe for a solo woman traveler. I've done it twice. Oh, God. Didn't you learn? Pregnant during the winter, then pregnant during the summer. Birth control failed. Oh, yep. All 3 of my brothers were born on fucking. I can't remember what it was, but apparently a lot of women in the 80s were put on this birth control that didn't work worth shit, and I have 3 older brothers now. If you're gonna get pregnant, do it in the summer, which is funny because like I'd say the time of year that I am least apt to rub my naked body furiously on someone else's is when it's hot and nasty outside. You know, like you're lucky if I poke you with a toe at night and I'm like, I love you. It's like, that's probably better though. I mean, that's definitely better. Much more short-lived misery. On more than one occasion, our bus drivers literally did U-turns, into oncoming traffic, and everyone just stops to let it happen. No, I would panic. Good morning, Allie. How are you? I have a January baby and an end of August baby. If I may ask, how many often or times a day for hot flashes? Oh man, I think it's very individualistic to every woman or every person that has to go through menopause. Because I've heard some people have like 1 or 2 hot flashes. My mom, they would get like, no shit. We would be driving down the road in the middle of nowhere, like driving across the state of Washington or something, because we did car trips all the time. And out of nowhere, my mom would thrust her arm into my face. I'd be in the passenger seat and she'd go, grab my sleeve. And I'd be like sitting there reading a book, like, what? Pull my sleeve! And you'd be like, ah! And start pulling your mom's sleeve off. And then she'd be ripping her shirt off and just titties out. Because the hot flash would hit so bad and so violently and so suddenly that she felt like she was actually on fire. And she'd just be sitting there like, don't look at me. Great memories, but like, I don't want that. I'm really terrified about those moments. March babies are ideal. You think so? Man, I always hated my birthday in March because it was always shitty weather. I remember all my friends that had like spring, summer, fall birthdays. They could go do stuff. My birthday, it was like, hey, do you want to sit in my parents' like living room with me? Don't look at my dad. He drinks a lot. I hate like it's always the shittiest. It's either like the beginning of spring when everything's mud and the snow starts to melt and it's like disgusting, gross brown hell, or it's still snowing and it's just misery. I hate my birthday. It sucks. March sucks. Good on you for getting. I mean, you do you though. Just your kid will probably hate their birthday forever. Also, Pisces, man, we are not stable. If you get a hysterectomy before menopause, do you still go through it? I think it depends. I'm not sure if hysterectomy, the word hysterectomy means taking everything, meaning like ovaries, uterus, everything. There's different levels of getting stuff taken out, and I believe in order to skip menopause, you have to have your ovaries out because those are the hormone producing gonads, right? I think so. So like some people just get the ute taken out, but they still have their ovaries because they don't want to be lacking estrogen. Like if you get your uterus out really, really early in life, oftentimes they want to leave your ovaries because, you're going to have to take a pill to replace those hormones and they'd rather you naturally produce them. But if they scoop everything out, they'll give you a pill to give those estrogen hormones back to you because, you know, your body will get out of whack and you'll start growing body hair and getting really sweaty and feeling shitty all the time. Pull my sleeve! Seriously, it's almost grabbed my pocket. Same, I hated my birthday, Mav. Seriously, to this day, I hate it. There's nothing to do. Anywhere you go in the world, it's going to be rainy and icky and gross unless you can afford to go to Australia. March sucks. And Pisces, man, I just cry all the time. All the time! Cry right now. Just kidding, I'm not, but I do. I do have a while. I remember my mom was like 52 when she started menopause. I know the age. I was still in high school. She had us way late. She had 12 miscarriages before getting pregnant with me. She had a lot of fertility issues. So she didn't get pregnant with me till she was 34. So I had to live with her in high school through menopause. And oh boy, let me tell you, our relationship ain't great. Berserker, yes. My wife had a partial hysterectomy. She still has the ovaries. They left hers because they didn't want her to go through menopause. And I think that's what happens if you don't do the hormone replacement, right? Is you end up going through early menopause. Yeah, I think so. April's not as bad. I mean, 1 month makes a lot of difference. The end of winter when all that snow has been plowed to the edges of all the parking lots and it's all covered in a layer of dog shit, bird shit, dust, soot, exhaust fumes. That's my birthday. My birthday is literally that snow pile. But by April, it's gone. Fuck you. She didn't know she was pregnant until she gave birth in a toilet. I've had a lot of patients that do shit like that, and I just have no idea how that even happens. I just have no idea. I mean, I couldn't even tell you how many times I've had someone come in to the ER like, I went to take a shit and had a baby. What? What? Oh. Okay. All right. Do you have the baby? And we brought that there placenta. Jimmy clipped it with his fucking, you know, them thingies that you jack up your car with when it dies. Work real nice. Okay. Moments I don't miss in the ER. Does she, like, did that affect her life at all, Berserker? Or does she feel, like, normal? Like, not like, she's missing, like, hormonal something or I don't know how to put that. Hormonally feeling different, I guess. I was just asking because my last meds had me going through hot flashes, like, twice a day. Oh my god. Now these new meds, 3 to 5 nights every few weeks. Last few nights have been towel wraps. I bow down to those oh my god. I don't want that. Yeah, he sure does. They now call him Jimmy the Jumper. This is actually their 7th child. They go through jumper cables like nobody's business, let me tell you. Let me tell you what! David, how dare you let me go there? Good morning, special. How are you, love? Backwashed snow should be a memoir title. Oh, that's fantastic. That's fantastic. Jumper cables. I was trying to think of jumper cables. Why I don't know. I could see them. If I could just project to you my thoughts instead of have to say them out loud, we could communicate so much better. It's so stupid. Really? That's awesome. I'm just curious. Like, theoretically speaking, Berserker, nothing should be wrong because your uterus doesn't produce hormones. That's all the gonads. Like on a sign male at birth person, it's your testicles. Your penis is not producing hormones. It's all in the testes, ovaries. Those are the gonads. So I'd assume as long as those are still in there, like nothing should be different because she still has all the same hormones, right? My friend's boyfriend didn't hear her yelling after a baby came out. She walked downstairs holding the baby still connected by the cord. Then she had to walk outside with no pants to the ambulance because they didn't do a stretch. Oh my God, that is the worst part of that's the worst. They couldn't get a stretcher up her stairs, so she had to walk out connected to her baby still. That's not okay. That's just wow.
I don't want it.
Ugh. Yes, the crocodile clips. I literally was thinking about the copper teeth and like the red and the black and the on the battery and then the vroom vroom and then the vroom vroom and then the cars go vroom vroom together. I know what to like words. Where do they go? Where do these connections go? I don't know. It's very confusing. Cheers, Viana, and good morning. Yes, I had a baby one time where they came in and they had clamped the umbilical cord with jumper cables. Or a jumper cable, I should say. Their names weren't Jimmy, but use what you got, I guess. Don't just cut it, though. Your baby can bleed out to death. Just an FYI. Cheers. Oh, Kel, absolutely. Once they cut the cord to our baby's Wi-Fi, only if they clamp it first. Oh my God. What? Living in Florida is hurting your brain now. It's hurting you, Glut. You made me shed a tear. Glut said, "That's okay. I got this weird mental image of jumper cable nipple clamps and then using her partner's dick as the ground." Wi-Fi extenders have older me. I can't fucking breathe. Stop. The mental image is so bad. Why? Statistically, I may have unlocked a new fetish for somebody. Ow. Honey, get the jumper cables. We gonna fuck. Do you want me to get them there ones out of the van or the ones we clamped Junior with? I think they're still mildly sticky. I went too far. Oh no. I did it to myself. Dude, Glut probably got like a full night's rest for once in a week. That's my bet. You know what's crazy? I listened to a lot of true crime. Like jumper cables being involved in someone's sex life ain't that fucking far off from a lot of things I've heard. That being said, these people do tend to go on to crime, so I'm uncomfortable. Oh my god, breastfeeding is docking for a recharge. That can be a painful recharge. I did sleep really late today. That might be what happened. I'm saying I get the same. Like I can feel it. Like there's days where I actually sleep like over 4 hours, and I'm like, I don't trip, before stream and fall on my face at least once, and those are good days. I love this song. Someone somewhere has sexy time jumper cables. Which have you ever just like accidentally clamped one of those on your fingy? I thought about it. I shouldn't have. Hmm. Okay, I'm good. Oh no! Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I wouldn't. I have like tit pain thinking about it. Why? Wasn't that whole thing of thing of that terrible movie with Jason Statham called Crank? Which one was Crank? Jason Statham was in so many fucking action movies. I can't keep him straight. He was in like Transporter or something, right? He was in Transporter. He's in I don't know. Oh my god. Hell, most likely. So, where do we go from here? Get an itch. I have a stalker. Even the small crocodile clips you could use to test where. Oh my god, yeah, no. I've had my nip nops pierced not once but twice because I'm an idiot. Took them out and then wanted them again and then took them out and I'm never doing that again. And like that is one of the worst pains I've ever experienced in my life. Ever. Both times. It's just like, oh my god. And that's all I can think of. Like nipple boob tissue is not the same as any other tissue on your body. And I swear to fuck, I felt that needle clip every fucking microscopic layer of dermis as it went through. Like what happened was, in my mind, I felt like through nothing of skin, but it fucking no, never again. Why, Katie? Nope. It's her. Her. No shit. Oh, I had my dude. I did the same. Like, I'm a very persistent person. It took me a long time to realize that my body rejects surface piercings. Like my eyebrow piercing, which is why I fill in this part of my eyebrow. I have like a big old bald spot where an eyebrow piercing just fucking hit my motorcycle helmet and came out in my motorcycle helmet. And then I had the back of my neck pierced, but because I'm the type of person where my body rejects surface piercings, it went from like a bar, like this to like this and to the side a little bit, so the scars aren't even in the middle. But my belly button I pierced like 3 times. I pierced the bottom, took it out for sports, pierced the top, took it out for sports, pierced the bottom. It tore out on something. I don't even fucking know. So now I have a nice little scar on my belly button too, and I hate it. And then I think that was the last thing. I was like, okay, some people's bodies heal around piercings and encapsulate them, like surface piercings, like anything that's not going through an actual part, like your ear or your nose or something like that. Some people's bodies push it out. So, for instance, I'm sure you guys have heard stories about people that were like in a war or something, and 20 years down the line, a piece of shrapnel pops out of their chest. That's probably what my body would do. Some people's bodies just encapsulate that piece of shrapnel in scar tissue and just let it free flow or like stick it somewhere and keep it forever. I don't know why, when, or how, but those are the 2 types of people that tend to be, and mine is the one that pushes everything out. So it's a lot of waste of money and a lot of scars, which sucks. BDO, you're lucky that you never had an urge for any of that because it's very expensive. I was actually thinking about that the other day. You know how there's like people who are like not an art curator, but they're people who like buy really expensive pieces of real original art because they want to like support artists or what the fuck ever. I don't know. There's like a thing for it. How the fuck are people covered in tattoos not considered that yet? Because I guarantee every one of my tattoos costs more than any painting most of us would ever put on our fucking walls. It's in the I don't want to, but I will. I'm nervous. Hello, Salvation. How are you, love? I want to know what possesses people to get their tips pierced, their tips, like their dick tip, or their honestly metal. Like, I think people just love to get piercings. At like kind of like me, I have tattoos and piercings all over the place. I like them. That being said, I cannot tell you how many dicks I've seen come into the ER with piercings and that can never get it up again. I wouldn't. I'll never treat you that way, baby. Okay, okay, deal. We shook on it. I wouldn't. I wouldn't want to risk like permanent. Oh, it hurts to think. I don't want to risk permanently hurting my my fun bits. You know, like the risk of it. No. But yeah, we used to get a lot of people who they get the piercing, and it's kind of like. Have you ever heard that like there's like an old wives' tale myth or whatever that if you pierce your nose in the wrong spot, you'll hit a nerve that will numb half your face? That's not fake. That's real. There is a nerve in your nose that follows the main artery, but it actually goes down the middle of your nose. Unless you've had some horrific incident, it usually goes down the middle. And if you hit that, you can get Bell's palsy on one side of your face. Similar with the fucking tip of your dick, like that massive ball of mystical nerves that makes you orgasm that no one quite understands, yet we fully take advantage of. You know, who'd have thunk that shoving a needle through it might end up a bad plan? But to each their own. You're not hurting anybody else. But like when they come into the ER crying with this bloody dick tip and then they can never get it up again, you're just like, oh, was it worth it? I want to say that I don't, but like, that sucks. Then they have to get like this thing that inflates their dick with a little like you remember those shoes that like you'd pump? It's like, and it inflates their dick. It's really sad. Like I feel very bad for them. Kiss Glue, thank you so much for summoning the class, keeping the classy alive and giving it any swings. I got that video up. Oh my god, it's literally those jumper cables would have absolutely stuck out to me in one shape or other. No, I hate it. Snatch. It's like I just don't even know what's going on. I couldn't even tell you, and I've seen it a million times. I have no clue what they're saying. I'm so American. I'm broken inside. I know, like, I can't think of a movie that has Jason Statham in it that I didn't enjoy on some level. He's just kind of he's always in like fun action shit. I like fun action shit with cool cars. And there's always good cars. Maybe that's it. Maybe it's the cars. I just put that together. Maybe it's not Jason Statham. Maybe he just happens to be in a lot of movies that have like beautiful classic cars. Which, like, to my Brits in chat, like, how often do you see an American classic car in England? Because every time I see that in a movie, like there's a car chase in London or something in some action movie, and there's like I can't even think of like I don't know, an old Camaro or something. Like how? Who has that? Where are you parking? Where are you driving? Because y'all have like Lego cars to fit everywhere, which is rightfully so. You wouldn't fit anywhere with anything else. Yeah, he leans into being the over the top stuff. Like it's exactly ninth. It's almost on the edge of like a little ridiculous, but I like that. I'm not so much into action stars that take themselves too seriously. I think that's why I like The Rock. Like he's not a fantastic actor. He's good at acting like The Rock, but he's funny and he takes it to that just enough kind of he knows he's ridiculous. And I like that acknowledgement. It makes me feel good. Wait, took a 5K foam fest. Is this a sex thing? It's a huge 5K race. Oh, it's a race. Okay, that has a lot of obstacles going down water slides. Oh, fun. Climbing, running. I'm very sore today. Drink lots of water. Like, get literally Pedialyte. No shit. Every time I raced after my first one, making the big mistake of just drinking beer. Like, don't do that. Like get a thing of Pedialyte, chug that thing back because you are gonna hurt. Seriously, I did something similar. It wasn't cool like yours, like water slides and shit, but it required you to do a couple climbing things, a couple of obstacle course things, using muscles that I don't normally use because normally all I do is run. So I'm like a bird up top. And 2 days afterwards, I couldn't move. I had to call in sick to work because I literally couldn't pick my arm up. I was so fucking sore. And every time after that, one of the other racers told me Pedialyte. It works. It's just pure ass electrolytes, no fucking added nonsense in there, and it's just gonna go straight to your system. It's designed for babies, so it's designed for like, delicate digestion. That's what I'm saying, Kel. Like how? How? No shit. You see several every summer. There's a fairly substantial community into classic cars here. Like American cars. Wow. I mean, that's really cool. I think they're really pretty. Like their gas guzzlers are horrible. Driving them on a regular basis is terrible. Don't do that. But they're beautiful. I mean, I'm all about the older car. I think they're gorgeous. And I love going to like people always love to make fun of I think it's people make fun of America for like our car shows and stuff, right? I think that's like a thing. I love going there. It's similar to when someone in chat here says, "Hey, Katie, I don't really like spiders, but for some reason, I'm really into it when you talk about them." I don't know shit fuck all. I mean, I do know shit fuck all. I know a little bit about car engines, but I don't know near what these guys know. And just listening to these old veterans sitting there with their hands in their pockets talking about all the pieces and where they got them from and how they painted them and how they got that color and it's that candy apple from 72 which you can't really get a hold of no more unless you know Nora. Nora, she's a few states sideways. It's fine though. She's calculated that candy apple from 72 cuz you can't get that no more. I fucking love those people. I will talk to that cute little old man
When
until
I
I
tell you
die.
to come, you better come.
They're my favorite. And they're so smart though. They know everything. They know every like piece of the engine, why it's not manufactured anymore, where they had to get to manufacture it, what fucking pick part place they had to go to. And I just live off of it. It's just people who want to talk about something they're into. Very much there for that. Restoration videos are fucking sick. Oh, Martio, did you get smacked? Dude, Glut just gave you a permit. If whatever happened, you can post it again. I'm so sorry. I didn't even realize it was happening. Thank you, Mel, for the resub, by the way, love. Did our music just stop out of nowhere? Why? Oh, we watched did we? Just ignore me. It's fine. And volume. Blessed be the fruit. I'm really not into spiders, but it's cool when you talk about them. Mel, I don't know shit about game design, but it's really cool that you do. Listening to car people is a lot like listening to computer people. It all comes down to speed and overclocking. What would be a car overclock? My dad used to love going to car cruises around here. Never was my jam, though. Sometimes there was neat stuff, like the Keaton era Batmobile. I saw it was like a near flawless recreation of Knight Rider. Was it Knight Rider? The talking car. Do you guys remember? Was that Knight Rider? It was totally like this person just did it on their own. It wasn't part of anything, but damn, Kit was fucking immaculate. And it talked. It was fucking wild. That was really cool. Really cool. I love the Fords from like the 20s. Like the old ass, like, you know, Victorian era, I guess. Not even. A little bit post-Victorian is when they got cars, right? I love those. I don't know why. I just think they're so cute. They're so cool. And people do really fucking cool things with them. This is in Denmark. Okay, we gotta see. Hold on. A timeline cleanse. I know. Hold up. I got it. Yes, I'll accept your fucking kickies. I'll accept your fucking kickies. What the fuck, Martio? Why? I mean, why? For a lot of money. Hold on, I want to see the creepy garage. I was scrolling all the way down to see the floor plan. Hold up. I mean, it's not cheap. This is in Denmark? I'm just clarifying. This is in Denmark, yeah? Before I show the crowd. Don't worry, I've got it for everybody. If you're like, oh, fuck, I'm on mobile. What am I I've got it. I'm just I mean, if you do the exchange, that's a lot of, well, I'm poor. Let's be honest, $20 is a lot of money to me. Okay, this is in Denmark. I don't know. Like, as a born and bred, country raised redneck who can spit farther than probably most of you, I would never do this to my own home in a billion years. What the This is like a joke bar in the US. My light just dimmed out of nowhere. That was really creepy. I hate this. It feels like a themed thing. Like they just fucking live for 90s country music. Really, Vex? I don't think I've ever been inside like a home in the Midwest. To be honest, I don't think I ever have. I've driven through the Midwest a few times, had amazing food. Is that the refrigerator? Is that Toby Keith? Who is this? It's like, this looks like a bar that I would find in Eastern Washington that smells like cigarettes. Alan Jackson, thank you, time. It's been a while. I grew up on this country. Like, I don't hate country music. My light just died. I don't hate country music by any means, but oh no. Oh no. That's actually not bad. I thought the exchange rate was way worse than that. That's super cheap. Nope, that's pretty darn cheap. 1.1 million DKK, excuse me, is 165. Can you even find a house outside of Detroit or like Baltimore for under 200,000 anymore? And this is like a house. But if you look at it from the outside, it is, see, I don't know. I've never been of the, like, wealth to even consider buying a home. I don't know what something like this would cost, especially where I live currently. Like, it's the price disparity in homes is wild, just depending on how close you are to the mountains. Houses quadruple in price. But this seems like a cute little bungalow, like cute house. I don't know. It's very tiny. I mean, this is smaller than the house I currently live in. And the house I currently live in is bar unmovable through. Oh God, Allie. Should I be nervous? I'm just full blown Midwesterner, dude, and no hate. No hate. I'm not a full blown anything. I wish I kind of was. My parents moved me too much. I have no identity. Oh, really? Prices vary a lot in Denmark. Similar house near Copenhagen could be 48 times that. Okay, so that's very similar to Colorado. No shit. It's wild. Like houses around our general area are around 300 to 400,000 American dollars, which is about twice the cost of this house. And that's for like a 3-person, 4-person home, 2-bath, whatever. It's reasonable medium house. I don't fucking know. My parents always built houses, so I really have no sense. But the moment, like literally, so we have like counties. If you're not from the US, or if you don't know what counties are, it's basically like you have a state, and then the state is broken up into counties, and counties control more taxes, individualized to where you live and stuff like that, and school systems, etc. Where the county breaks into Boulder, like Boulder proper, where it's at the base of the mountains, the exact same house will go from 150,000 to 1.5 million, because you now are in Boulder, but your neighbor, literally your neighbor's house that you could reach out and tickle could be like 200,000. It's insane what people pay to just be there at the base of the mountains, where arguably the weather is worse than everywhere else. But literally, oh, that's actually, the houses are this big. These are the $1 million houses in Boulder. This is exactly how big they are. And I just assume they must be vacation homes these people rent out constantly. They have to be. It's just, I don't, even if I had, exorbitant amounts of money to just waste on things like that, I don't know if I would want to, if I could ever feel good about that. My 4-bedroom, 1.5 bath house on 39.75 acres was 110,000. That's amazing. The fucking dream. And you'll have water. I think those were outdoor showers. They probably get a lot of snow, I would assume, with that roof. 165 from my house, but you go 2 miles up the road and you're looking at 200, 250. That's like here, but 400,000 to $1 million. It's insane. It's the same house, same amount of property, like nothing. It's crazy. And I think it's got to be a status thing, or people investing to rent properties, because nothing else makes sense. That's just their houses are smaller than mine, and they like, what? Or it's just billionaires buying vacation homes, maybe. My sis bought, oh wait, and my house is 165 AM. I'm like 8 miles outside Detroit. And like, did you get a pretty good, like, you don't have to tell us what you got, what you like paid for your house. Oh, there we go. 165, but then you go up. And is that the further from the city or closer to the city? They go from 200 to 250. Because I've known people that have gotten a house in the city for like $10,000. A full fucking house. Like just beautiful 6-bedroom, colonial or something. Oh my God, trash. No shit. I remember after the Boulder fires, the property with the burnt down house on it was still worth $400 just for 400 or 400,000 just for that property. Cause I believe 400,000. And it almost burns down every year, which is insane. When I sold my deceased dad's home last December, it went for approximately 180. And was that like market? I gotta turn this light up. It's so dark in here now. I don't see, that's the thing, Drake, is I have no sense of square footage. It's so bad. I wish I did. I have no sense of I don't even know what this is. I have no idea what I live in. I'm so bad at that. I have no spatial awareness. Don't do that. Not a lot of snow here, just rain. We have traditional for tall roofs to better use the space. Oh, so is there like an actual like usable space in the roof as opposed to just like an attic with floors that if you walk on them you'll fall through and die? Oh, they actually officially struck. Nice. UPS officially on strike. If I hit the lottery, excuse me, I wouldn't buy a mansion. I'd buy a handful of largish houses, all the same block, and move in my favorite peoples, then build tunnels. Oh my god. Secret tunnel. I've always had a dream of having a house with secret little rooms and doors and shit like that. It's all city around here, but up the road is the rich city. Doesn't that mean just now you have a target to be fucking burglared? All the houses in the rich city are smaller than mine and haven't been renovated as recently. Really? But they're more expensive? That doesn't make any sense at all. People that buying those houses sound stupid. All I know is that 5 feet is melee range. Most homes use the second floor. I think that's dope. Honestly, I wish we did that. Like, I think it's something about cooling and heating your home that we have attics when you live in like a really, really hot place. There's something about that. It's insulated uniquely and like holds cool air or something or keeps hot air away from me. I don't fucking know. But it's nasty hot up there. Holy shit. Oh, they're a couple days away. Oh. I heard about it, but I wasn't sure they were doing it yet. Gun! Happy Sunday, y'all. I've been banging out the Metal Hellsinger soundtrack at work. Dude, I want to play that game eventually. It looks so good. Say, Mishy, thank you. I'm so bad at it. Square footage, I just like, especially when it's not just like a one-story house in a square. Like, how the fuck do you even conceptualize that? Does that include garages? Sheds? I don't know. I mean, my whole life, like when someone says, oh yeah, that house was this many square footage, because that apparently, like, is what you say after you say what it cost. And then people go, oh yeah, that's really good. And I'm just like, oh yeah, that's really good. Do you have neighbors? Then you spent too much. We just live in that heat when it comes to old homes. That's nasty. Does it break down the house faster? I wonder. Most attics around here are built without heating vents or heating that you can close, turn off. Without? As of, I think Thursday UPS was coming back to the table and offering the raise and benefits to part-timers. Ooh. They need to be paid. I mean, it's fucked up. Oh, really well. Okay, square footage is only livable space. So does that count? I mean, I'm assuming that means the house. I was going to say, are we counting bathrooms and closets? Because you can't live in a bathroom or a closet. Without heating or with vents, you can close your off. I think ours have the vents. Our house is fairly old, but it's well built. It's not terrible. Our homes last forever. We're having issues with assholes buying houses from the 1800s just to tear them down. No! And build new. I fucking hate that. That's my dream is to buy like an older house that's a fixer-upper in that I want to restore it. Like, why do people feel the absolute fucking need to destroy, like, architecture? You know? It drives me crazy. It breaks my soul in half. Like, it's history, man. It's so cool. That pisses me off. Jamming. Oh, dude, Deloney, you're gonna do fucking great. Have fun. Cheers, love. Our homes, I hate when people pull shit like that. It's so annoying. In New York City, you can live in both the bathroom and the closet. That's because they're the same room, though. Does it count? And the kitchen all at the same time, exactly. And the parking lot. And the recycling, because you live in a cardboard box. Congratulations. Welcome to New York City. Morning, Jade. How are you? Every time that happens, an archaeologist friend of mine has to recommend a course of action, and it's always no, but the county always... Why do they allow it, I wonder? I wonder if it's not worth the fight or if there's something, like, beneficial or something. That's so... I hate that. It just makes me sad. One of my favorite things when I was living in Baltimore was people would buy like an older home, you know, and of course you have to update heating, put in some central air because it's Baltimore and it gets fuck balls hot. But they would leave. Like I would drive to work every day, you know, and I'd get to watch like the deconstruction of the house and then the reconstruction of the house over the months. And they always left the skeleton of the house. The chimney was always left. So eventually, you would just have this home where the original wood floors. Sometimes they leave them in forever, and sometimes they actually take them out and then put them back in after they like fix up like the skeleton of the home, I guess. And then they insulate it and everything, and then they rebuild it to look, you know, very very similar to exactly the way it looked. But the chimney and everything is always left. And I just thought, I don't know, is that corny of me to think it's just a little bit respectful? It's like respect maybe isn't the word. I really dig that. I've never got to live anywhere other than Baltimore where there was like any semblance of history at all because the West Coast is so fucking new. Everything's shiny and new and modern. So I dig it. I think it's so cool. And when people destroy that shit, I feel the same way when someone cuts down a big old tree in their yard for no reason. Why do you hate love? What's wrong with you? Hi, Seatown. How are you, love? Ooh, Jade. How many milligrams? Bedrooms, bathrooms, any room in the inside of the house where there's carpet or floors or where you do living things like bathrooms and such do count towards it. If you have a finished basement, it counts as well. Awesome. That's good to know. I was very seriously asking, Will, if I came off sarcastic. I was actually curious. I had no idea. Kitchenette, yeah. One of my biggest rage points is people who clear cut a plot, then plant 2-inch. 2-inch tall trees. You know what's awesome? My sister is the type of lawyer whose job it is to sue the fuck out of those people. And I love it. What horse? Is that in reference to a spider? I know they're quite large. People in Denmark give zero shits about culture and history. Do you think it's because you have so much that's not exactly bright and shiny? Not that any of us do, but like, you know, our country covers it up with patriotism and ignoring it. Like maybe yours just smothers it under new homes. Denmark's the only country in the world where our term for blacksmith got hijacked by welders fabricators because everyone was so fucking quick to discard the old trade. So they just got to take over the term. And now I have so much issue with explaining what I do because it means the same as welding fabricating. Oh, I didn't know that. I had no idea that term was hijacked like that to become just like a general term. If they leave the chimney, that means it was quality work that was still structurally sound, and I love it. They usually have like that cool, like a sculpted like family crest or something into them. They're just so neat. And I think if they are in good sound quality, why not leave it, right? What's the point in wasting material and shit like that? Oh, there is a puppo. Hubby just said to me, you should wake up a little more before you continue talking because your words are confusing yourself. Dude, I confuse myself all day long. It's okay. We have lenience. We have a few sick trees in the neighborhood. I want to go get fruit trees to replace some of the evergreens. That's when I'm like, I will never bitch about someone getting rid of a diseased or sick tree. Because you know, you don't want to just spread to other trees, and that's never a good thing. And God knows, what if it's a fucking invasive thing that's gonna wipe out all the trees in your town or something horrible? Like a worst case scenario, that shit scares me. I would get rid of that too. But like replacing it if you can. But we were just talking about this the other day, Crimson. Like, how the fuck do you replace a 300-year-old oak? I don't know if you can. And that's like, I've seen people just take those out because it was in the view. No shit. People kitty corner across this like 4-way stop near my home. They cut a tree away because it destroyed their view of an elementary school. Huh. Interessante. Interessante, if you ask me. Because I have the same view, and I'm literally planting trees in front of it. because I don't want to hear screaming children and see them all day. And it's gonna eventually. I planted aspen, so they're gonna grow about a foot a year, and they're gonna fuck up those people's view. And they killed their tree for no reason, and they can do nothing about my trees. I win. Botanical warfare. What? It was a Frank Lloyd Wright design? Oh, that's fucking cool. That's so cool. See, and that's the thing. If it's a fucking dead tree and it's gonna fall on your house and cause harm, they should let you cut it down. Those are the like. I'm talking like a big old healthy tree. Nah, those are things you should be able to get rid of because that's a danger. Just right click on the tree and increase its aging speed by a lot. Knives, I don't even know if I want to say that out loud. Well, Katie, looking at those kids is more important than preserving nature. And can we just say, on the note of preserving nature, I live in a tundra valley. Like, every tree fucking counts. And that tree probably actually took about 300 years to grow. 300 years! And they wanted a view of children. The mountains are that way. And they cleared the view that way. Make it make sense. I agree, Ninth. Way before. I had to chainsaw the 30 section that fell across our private road this spring. Yeah, we're lucky. That's, yep. When they're gonna hit your fucking house, like, that's not okay. You gotta get rid of them. Nope. I just realized we need to take a fucking break. We've almost been live for 2 hours, and 2 hours, I know an ad will run. That's the exact cutoff. Quick break. Stretch dicks. What horse? Is it my spooters? Is it spooters you're talking about? They're just crawling in your eyes. What? Martio, I don't. No shit, that made my mouth sweat like I was gonna puke on the mic for a second. What? Visit? No. A castle from the year 1500. Some fuck covered a door in galvanized plate. That should be a crime. That should be a crime. That's disgusting. I hate this. You, die. There we go. Yeah, fixed it. Yay, it was very dark in here. I felt in the fucking dark. Oh, dude, its roots were cracking the foundation of his house. That is one of the things, Delony, I have been paying so fucking close attention to, like, where I plant my trees so they don't bust up my foundation. Because we have one huge tree, like, that's been here forever. I don't even know what kind of tree it is. Yes, I do. It's a beech tree. And the roots are huge. And they are, like, they go, 50 feet out from this tree. I've accidentally hit them digging, almost hit them and then buried them and marked them and been like, root here. No, Katie, bad. But they're huge, and I'm scared about that, so I plant all my trees fairly far away. Do you get used to having 2 keyboards on your desk? Yeah. Honestly, I kind of, like, it depends on what I'm doing, but most of the time I'll move one of the keyboards off my desk. Like, if I'm just gaming or something, I'll only have the gaming keyboard up, and then I just set it on this little, like, shelf I have nearby. But yeah, I have them, they look totally different, and that helps a lot. Like, one of my keyboards is covered in all those failed keys that I bought for Zach's keyboard that didn't match, and they mean nothing. They just remind me that that's the one to click on if I'm using the middle computer versus the other one. Zach does Bluetooth where he has one keyboard that he Bluetooths between, but I tried that and I hate it. It takes, a few seconds to click into the other PC monitor, which drives me crazy, and then half the time I forget to do it and I type on the wrong one anyways. Mishy, I actually got to do some yesterday. It's so I feel like it's a game. I have to I can go out and work in the heat in like 15-minute spurts. If I wait too late into the evening, I just get eaten alive by mosquitoes. Eaten alive. I mean, I go out there and I have 20 bites up and down my legs immediately. It's just insane. So it's really, really hard to get anything done for any extended period of time right now. But I try. I mean, it's a little bit every single day I put. Like right now, it's just like tedious because I'm leveling it. I'm like leveling the yard and leveling this area where I got all this pavement stone I'm gonna put and make like this little trail and shit. But fuck, dude. 15 minutes and I'm like, I can feel sweat dripping off my face, like actively dripping off me. And I'm like, okay, time to go drink water. Gotta go inside. Cool off, cool off. It's crazy. I keep trying to type in chat on my gaming keyboard. Yeah. Usually, like, see, maybe this is how it works for me. If I can help it, I never game with a keyboard. I always use a controller. So my gaming keyboard's the one that's furthest away from me, and that's the one I use for like the middle monitor where I actually game or whatever. But I almost always use a controller. So I don't have them next to each other. I have them like stacked. So the gaming keyboard is the furthest one away from me, and then the keyboard for my chatting computer is the one closest to me. So it's always the default one to go to because that's the one I'm always going to be chatting on no matter what. Like if I'm in a stream or something, it's never on this monitor. It's always on the other ones. That's the only monitors I'm ever going to type on. Yes, I do use a two PC setup. Yep. That's why. But I still fuck up once in a while. I mean, wrong keyboard, oops. If I'm moving too quickly, it's usually when I'm streaming. But if I'm not streaming, I usually just keep the gaming one far away from me. And I only have to use it very rarely. But yeah, I do two PC stream setup. I started doing it a long time ago when I started playing ESO. Just because OBS runs fuck hot. It's going to eat up at least 35% of your CPU no matter what. And that's just basic OBS. Streamlabs OBS is even worse. It takes like 45% and up, like sometimes 50% of your CPU. And then when you put a heavy ass game on top of it, like my PC was just struggling and it would run hot as fuck. And I was in a basement, like in a cement basement. It shouldn't be that hot. And it ran really, really hot. And it just like, it frees up my gaming PC to not be used up so fucking hard. My gaming PC, like the middle one, literally only Steam, Battle.net, whatever, Diablo, stuff like that. That's the only thing on it. I have nothing else on it. I don't even have Discord on it. I don't let anything touch this PC unless it's game related. And then the other PC is the one where I install all my other shit. And that also kind of, like the other PC I have that's not the gaming PC, it doesn't have near as nice of parts in it, but it doesn't need them, so it saves me money too. Because I'm not running my gaming PC into the fucking ground 24/7, Elderberry Nano. Ooh, these are the gummies. Sleep better with Dr. Ooh, I think I've seen these. Dr. Norm's. Ooh, I'm gonna have to look for those. I think I've seen those around here. 20 years ago, we had touchscreens for everything so many times. I try to use my home computer monitor as the, oh my God, I've done that. Yep, I've done that. Oh my God. That I would do that because at the hospital, like, especially at Hopkins, everything is touchscreen. All the ventilators are touchscreen. All the dialysis machines are touchscreen. Everything is touchscreen. And I would come home and fucking, oh my God, yeah. Yep. You have the switch, and Zach has a keyboard that does a Bluetooth switch between the two PCs too. I just couldn't, like, I never remembered to switch them. I fucked up more often that way. Just me personally, though. I'm kind of a space cadet. It is, right? It's very smooth. I mean, it's incredibly smooth. And, like, the perks too, if you have stuff going on your non-gaming PC and your gaming PC needs a restart or one of your games are updating or something like that, you can restart that game PC and this PC is not touched. Like, for instance, while I'm streaming or live anywhere, I can restart this thing over and over and I don't have to go unlive. And that's fucking great. It's so nice. It does run. Once you get it running, it's smooth as hell. Getting it to be smooth as hell it is like churning butter, man. Wow. Oh, it's a program. Oh, interesting. It runs encrypted over the network. And what is it? It's software KB Switch. Multiplicity. Interesting. My hub says two touchscreen monitors and his 4-screen setup. Does he actually use the touchscreen? Because I don't think I ever would. Unlive instead of offline. Yeah, because I'm technically still online. Like, when are we not online? You know? I'm always online. But unlive, I'm dead. I just unplug and, until the next day. Oh, for arting. Yep, I had that. I had a Cintiq as one of my monitors for the longest fucking time, but I just use my iPad with Procreate so much more. Good morning, Timon. How are you? Yes, being able to record and run a 3D render, just doing two things at once is, I mean, I remember, David, the idea of having more than one monitor. Remember when that was like, I can have more than one screen on my computer? Oh my God. And then suddenly you're like, wait, I can have two PCs running this shit? Oh my God. All the multitasking. Hello, Void. How are you, love? Cheers. Wait, I gotta pack a bowl, but then cheers. Yes. 27. I have 3. Yeah, they're all the same now. Yeah, they're all identical. I have the 27-inch Asus bevel-less monitors. I don't know what the model is or anything, but they're the bevel-less ones, which I think are just slick. I like them. But yeah, they're 27-inch Asus, and they're fantastic. I had mismatched Asus ones for a bit, and they still were fantastic, but I finally was able to, like, match this middle one to the other two, and it's just... They, like, sit next to each other on their arms so nicely, and the bevel, no bevel, is just... It makes your screen so much easier to clean if they're dusty. They're quite nice, though. Mine are actually... I mean, mine are 5+ years old now, at least. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, and they're still fucking amazing. Like, I love them. I've never ever felt at a detriment because of my monitors or anything like that. They're so great. Oh, Drake is dope, dude. That sounds fucking awesome. I've been thinking about moving away from the 240-inch TVs. I've been using it. It's been a while. I know a lot of people that use TVs for their monitors. It really depends on how big of a picture you want or how, like, fine detail you want. I feel like the bigger the picture, the less detail you're gonna have unless you, like, shell out bajillions of dollars, obviously. The 27s I just felt like were the perfect size. 23 was too small. 25s were, like, almost, but to get the 27-inch was, like, $100 more, maybe. It was, like, no price jump basically at all, so I went for the bigger ones, and they seem to be quite... I like them. They're big enough to watch movies on and stuff, and I still see everything. But I don't feel like I have, like, TVs around me or anything like that, I'm trying to think. I don't even remember what they cost. It's been so long. Wow. I really don't remember. Cheers. That's a really good sign, right? I've never thought to ever replace my monitors. Like, they're fantastic. I think Asus is known for making some pretty badass monitors, though. Correct me if I'm wrong. $332s. Do you like them that big, giggity? Oh, I know. Oh, David, I've caught myself, like, doing all of that and having my iPad up. Like, Procreate or something. I kind of have a moment of, like, so many screens. Me too. I mean, Knives, I do the same. I guess maybe because I'm up close in mine. Like, I usually literally have a stream or two going on this monitor, a movie or a podcast or something on YouTube, and then my game here. I don't know. I feel like if they were any, like, I already have to turn my neck to get from a corner to corner on my monitors. I feel like if they were any bigger, like, it'd be like sitting too close to the screen in a movie theater. Like, I'd be like, that kind of shit. I don't want to do that. That sounds like a bad time. They do Asus. That's what I thought. I thought Asus was good, but God, I haven't had to buy him for so long. I do giggity. Picture isn't bad at all. I mean, why are you thinking of going to monitors then? If you mind me asking. Oh, Drakus, hard same. Hard same. I played Pathfinder 2E virtually with friends on Friday, the session before one of our characters died. Oh God. So we did a downtime session and met the new character. How was it? Do you like them? Belly pains. Boo. Do you have a shower chair you can sit in and just sit under a blast of water? Dude, fuck yeah, Berserker. I love seeing battle stations. They're great. I used to challenge people to post a picture of their battle station without cleaning it. That was my favorite. Mine's actually like uncharacteristically clean right now. You have to back up at least 2 feet, which makes sense if you're on a couch. Yeah, like if you're couch gaming, that totally makes sense. 100%. Like if you're far away from a screen, but mine are on these like arms. I don't even know how you would describe them. Basically, they can spin, but they also extend. So I could bring you guys like this close to me if I wanted to, or I could push you even further away, which is, I love that. I can move my screens whichever way I want to, which is so nice. Like I'm not ever stuck, especially if I'm not gaming. Like if I'm just doing something in the house, I can literally just turn all my monitors in that direction and I've got it. Like I can be anywhere in this vicinity of my home and just flip my monitors that way and they're there and then push them towards myself or whatever, which is nice. See how these new 240 megahertz hold up today and see it is. I mean, if they're still great. My in-laws bought me a shower chair. Fuck yes. Eliza had to get one of those too because she has I don't know if it's part of the pots or something else, but sometimes if she like stands for too long a period of time and locks her knees, she'll just fucking pass out. I.e., taking a shower, which sucks. They're primarily a shield wielding champion, the Pathfinder equivalent of a paladin. Is that a good thing? I've only ever got to do one campaign with a paladin ever, and he rolled a 20 to take a nap in the middle of battle, leaving myself a rogue and the bard to battle alone. And we rolled to try to wake him up, and he rolled again, a perfect 20 to continue napping. So I have a really big bias against fucking paladins. They can suck my dick. Useless chud. Not my favorite. I'm very bitter. That was why even play? Why are you here? Why? It was so weird. It was broadcast on Twitch. He was a big streamer, like a big successful streamer, whatever you want to say. And me and the other person were just like, "What? Why? Why are you here?" It is. Oh, he was trying to be like a meta troll, not realizing that the GM was legitimately trying to play D&D and we were about to fucking die. Choose something really stupid, like some burglars or something, but we had no tank, we had no life. Like it was yeah, I'm bitter. Fuck that guy. It was episode 1, Boyd. It was ridiculous. And I think we only did 2 episodes and the GM was like, "Okay, we're not doing this." Cuz this guy like it was just. And what's sad is this person who GM'd us, we're still really good friends and to this day he still takes responsibility for that game. And I just like want to slap him every time. I'm like, "How do you take responsibility for that? What the fuck were you going to do? You rolled perfect 20s. You can't say no on that." I mean, isn't the point of a paladin, correct me if I'm wrong, isn't the point of a paladin to you're kind of like the tank of the group, you kind of like got everybody's back, right? You like bless and strengthen and shit. Zbot, I mean, it was. Honestly, there was a few minutes. I love that emote so much. There was a moment where I was like, okay, maybe this is like a meta play thing. Like maybe he's a paladin who, when he takes a short rest, he gets some superpower and he can wipe out all the bad guys or something. And then when he got his next roll and rolled to continue napping when we tried to wake him, I was like, oh. Yep, Void, exactly. They take all the, and there is a point where a dev can strong arm, but it was a show. Like not a moment where you sit down with a player and be like, hey, what are you doing? And he rolled a perfect 20. They get what they want. That's just the rules. We all know that's the rules. Like none of us were fighting that he got what he wanted. It was that that's what he wanted that we were angry about. Z-Bot, I mean, the whole game got ganked. It's also hard when it's stream. Exactly. Exactly, David. Fucking rip the words out of my mouth. It's hard when it's stream and you can't take that player aside and be like, hey, that's not how the game works. Yep, you're in the middle of a show and like everybody involved has relatively substantial audiences. They're all having a good time and they're all unaware that you're having a bad time and that this wasn't planned. So you're just like, and I think if I remember correctly, our GM gave the bard like some crazy perk or something, and they were able to like sing us out of battle or play a song out of battle or something just so we could get the fuck out. But it was dumb. It was just, I'm sure everybody, I mean, we've all seen the subreddit or whatever the fuck forum you've been on where it's like D&D horror stories or GM horror stories. That had to be one. I mean, goddamn if they didn't write it. I played a paladin. My AC was 20. The DM would attack other players than me. I would always try and put myself out front. That's what I always kind of thought. Like that's kind of a tank job, right? Yeah. Bad guys aren't dumb. Defenseless dude getting shanked. Mm-hmm. You're the tank and help heal and buff with your presence, right? It's like holy buffing. Like they've got a patron saint or something like that. I've never played one, but hardly ever hit me. Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. I don't think I've ever played with a paladin since then, to be honest. Not for lack of trying, just like no one's ever picked a paladin. That was literally like 7 years ago. I'm still fucking bitter. What a douche. I think that was my first time ever trying to play D&D too. So I like really put effort into my fucking character. Is smite a paladin power? What is to smite something? Isn't that to like exercise a demon out of it or something? Speaking of, does anybody want to play Diablo today? It's new season. I want to play more with my rogue. I mean, I'm going to play no matter what, but if you guys want to join, you're welcome. Strike down. It is. Okay, that's what I thought. There's a game called Smite 2, so my brain got confused for 10 seconds. I'm trying to pull up my Discord right now to look at your shit. Don't be a dick. Oh, that is... Can I show? It's a beautiful battle station. I don't say that lightly. And honestly, like, my face is in it, so saying that's saying a lot. Beautiful. Or if someone was within range to come attack me, I would attack them. Oh, so you had, like, repost or whatever it is? Jesus Christ. Look at... That's a sexy setup. That's just facts. That's gorgeous. Look how, like... Are yours bevel-less? Yours look like mine. How they seamlessly sit together like that. I love it. Oh, God. It gives me giblies. But I love me some bevel-less monitors. It's such a little thing, but God. And they also, it's so much easier to clean them because they don't have a stupid little ridge where dust gets when you try to clean it. No, thank you. I refused to play D&D after that awful patch, but started... Awful patch? But started playing my seasonal rogue again. Oh, wait, D4. I was still thinking D&D. Jesus Christ. Diablo. Wow. After the campfire where they admitted to fucking up. Haven't played my main tune since the patch, though. They had a campfire and admitted to fucking up? Really? Like, really? Wow. That was humble of them. I would never guess that was on the horizon at all. Wow. They admitted they shouldn't have done that giant, huge Nerf patch. So my little screamy rant the other day wasn't totally out of place? Oh, of course, but I mean, like, just publicly acknowledging that you fucked up is huge. I don't think I mean, you know what I mean? Usually they just play it off like the players don't know what they want, don't know what they need, and they just kinda, like, shove a shitty hand in our face. I assumed I wasn't the only one psycho, but I was really trying to tamper myself down because I get real angry and passionate about that shit. It's just I hate how obvious it is that no one making games plays their game or is involved in the community of the game in any way, shape, or form, other than being a famous dev that everyone, of course, is going to suck the balls of. Really? They looked so defeated? I mean, we fuck up and we learn, hopefully. They also said they'd never do a patch like that again. Really? Wow. No shit. Asmongold and everybody said practically the same thing, even Tally. Wow. Tally, Asmon, everyone. Okay, so because I'm not like a super seasoned, like forever, everyday, nonstop Diablo player. So I feel like my opinion doesn't really matter. I come from the space of just a lot of different MMOs have done the exact same thing. And it's just like rinse and repeat with a new game. And you're like, again, another studio that doesn't play their game or have any fucking, like, any scope of touch on what's actually happening at all? Weird. Blizzard don't have a choice. If they're becoming Microsoft now, they can't keep bumbling like they have been. Microsoft won't allow that. Is that actually going through for Sherzies? Yeah, to take back all that, they gotta work it. It's not like patching one ability. They can do that easily, I'm sure. Oh, absolutely. Especially Blizz devs likes to tell people that they don't know what they want. Yes. Like, historically, that's kind of where my rant started the other day, David, was with the lip service that I myself have been given across the board from many different dev studios where, like, I play a game, like, extensively, 8 hours a day, all day, get balls deep in it, start getting into, like, meta builds and shit. So they invite me out to the studio, have a dinner, want to know my opinion. And then the dinner ends with them just telling me that players don't know what they want because we don't understand anything and we're not dev. And I'm like, why'd you spend thousands of dollars to ship me out here, put me in a hotel, and feed me just to tell me that you don't give a fuck what I have to think? Why? And that's not just Blizzard. That's been many studios that do the exact same thing. And I'm just like, or it's like, we tell them, like, this is what the players, like, especially streamers, like, we take in everything people are telling us, what the audience, what our, like, chat is saying. We absorb that and we give that to them. And they, like, almost insult your community. Like, well, those are just very basic, those are casual players. They don't have any idea what they want or what they need. Like, and then they present something that no one's ever asked for and that is not useful in any scope. And they're like, how about this thing though? We made this. Do you like this? And we're like, why would we want that? What is that? No, that won't work because you haven't fixed all these other things. So you put that on top, it's all going to be broken. You're just going to put that on, it's going to be broken. And they just, well, you don't understand because you're not dev. And it's like, okay, help me understand. You don't understand because you don't play your fucking game. Ma'am.
Scold me like a Bernini, bitch!
Wrong.
Penetrate that asshole.
Right. Oh, the US can't stop the merger, but the UK's going on. That will probably rule in Microsoft's favor. Interesting. Ninth, they're both. I mean, I really like Diablo, but I play it more as like a social, just fuck around with friends kind of thing. It's fun. I like the vanity of it. I like changing my outfits and stuff like that. But I mean, the what I've seen multiple times happen over and over across many dev studios is they release something and they're like, hey, this was underpowered and this was overpowered. So what we're going to do is nerf everything. When, I don't know, this might be stupid of me, but maybe just like bring everything up to the level of the things that were overpowered and then everyone's having a good time. But instead, they're like, we're just going to make everyone have a bad time. We're going to slow everything down, take everyone's abilities out. Fuck yourself. Didn't you want me to play? Didn't you want me to play this? I've experienced the Destiny community getting something we have asked for, and those people and those same people hating it once implemented, and they do it exactly how it was asked. So there are exceptions to that rule. Oh, 100%. Not everybody knows what they want. Oh, absolutely. I mean, for the most part, we don't know what we want. But I think that's where it should be like a conversation, not just a we want this. No, you don't. You want this. No, we don't. It should be a like, we want this. Okay, well, we don't want to do that exact thing or like whatever. Let's come to some compromise where it works for you and works for us. Because obviously they are smarter than us in ways. Like devs know a lot more than us. But just saying you don't know anything and your opinion doesn't matter after shipping me out to your studio and walking me around and treating me like a princess all day really doesn't give me much faith in your game. Lena, exactly. That's what I'm saying. How do casual players' opinions mean nothing? But they say that, and then when I give my opinion as a not casual player, someone that was playing 8 hours a day, really balls deep in it, my opinion didn't matter either. So it's just lip service. It's just, we're going to make it look like we're listening, but we're going to do what we want and what seems profitable. I did a rogue. I'm actually doing knives. I'm doing David's rogue. I saved the build. Hold on. David gave me his blade spinny build, and I've been, where the fuck is my thing? And I've been doing that, and it's super fun so far. This way, I don't know if you've ever seen this website. You probably have. I'm not with it, but this website is so fucking cool because it breaks down like the skill tree and then the Paragon stuff. It like has tabs. I'm just so excited about all these tabs. But this is what I'm going with. And so far, it's really fun. It's really interesting because I feel like I can be really independent. Like I only die when I'm being an idiot and reading chat and I get stuck in a mob or something like that. But other than that, I'm fairly independent, which is cool. Like I can run in and be like stabby, 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 and then like run out and be totally okay and heal up real quick, which is fun. I've never used them. They're cool. I like it.
Mandrican tipped $50. I think this is the only place to donate and you still get a reasonable amount effort.
Thank you so much for that $50 holler, Magic Hand. You fucking kind bitch. I get all of it. Bless your heart.
Hail Satan, motherfucker.
Thank you. I was laughing at the alert. It was so low because I turned it down for that video we were watching earlier, but it's fucking Julia Roberts laughing in Pretty Woman. Ooh, what's a Sparky Boy? Is that a sorcerer? Is that like an electricity sorcerer or something? What's a Sparky Boy? I honestly, the more simple, the better, in my opinion. Any star railers in chat? Wait, is that like a star fucker? Oh, it is! I guessed right! Are these sex noises? Oh. What's happening? I heard moans. I don't know if those are consensual or not. A lightning-based CC sorcerer build? Fuck yes. I just want to go grab a monster real quick and run an ad, and then we can jump in if you guys want to play. It'll help level the little rogue bitch. Oh, I wonder if there's been a patch in a day. Please no. No. Okay, no, it's fine. That would... Always with the patching. Just a reminder, This is a mature-rated video game that may not be suitable for some viewers. I still don't know what. Is it the fleshy stuff? Stuff? Is it the flesh? I don't know. I think it must be the flesh, right? All them fleshy bits. It'll be funny. I want to. What are you building? Did you already? Wait, no, you just said it. Did you say what you're building? We'll bring it. We'll look at it. Them. This is my rogue. Okay. Welcome. Yes, you can get it in your ass. However, like regarding how often you shit, it's less likely to infect. Oh my god, it's the cheeks. I think I'm literally wearing the cheeks armor. Did you know you can just have your muff out? That's totally a thing. I was going through the transmog shit, and I think I did the no pants option with some like top on, and when I was looking at the side, I'm like, wait, are those my pubes? And several people in chat were like, absolutely. I guess you can just straight up, dick out, maybe? I don't know. I would think that would be insanely painful too, but some people just like put up with the weirdest things. I mean, you guys know, I've told you many times. I couldn't tell you how many times people come to the ER when their testicle has already turned necrotically black. And they're like, yeah, it's been itchy and red for a few months now, but I just figured it was a zit or something, so I scratched it with my dirty fingernails. Okay. Hello, child of mine. Hi, Bubba. What are you doing? What are you doing down there? What? Hello. Hello, child. My stinky dogs. Are all genital warts considered gonorrhea? Because I thought genital warts was a class by itself and the most common STD. I think it's like... how would you put it? Like all of something is something, but not all of something is the other thing. It's like... I think gonorrhea, like if you have it for a long enough period of time, I think no matter what, if you have gonorrhea, you will develop warts. However, I don't think every single form of genital warts is from gonorrhea. If that makes sense. You know what I mean? I think. Is cauliflower a good side dish with red wine and puss puss? Honestly, I think cruciferous vegetables you're supposed to pair with white wine, to be honest. So a little piss piss, maybe. Yeah, all thumbs are fingers, not all fingers are thumbs. That one. I think it's that. I think. I'm not an expert and I've never had an STD. Thank fucking God, knock on wood. So, I haven't had that much personal experience. But yeah, I know for sure you definitely do. And it's just like, unfortunately, sometimes they don't express themselves or it's so small you don't feel it or whatever. And then you go spreading that shit. Yuck. Yes, genital warts can absolutely cause cancer. I think, does HPV cause the warts? Hi, Bina. This is such a gnarly conversation, but I think HPV might cause some sort of warty thing going on that definitely can cause cancer. Yeah. Yeah, don't be a fool. Suit your tool. Get tested. Be smart. Men are major spreaders. Yes, you can get it in the ass. Just tell me when to assume the position. Look, bud, you're famous. Say hi. That's not how you say hi, Bubba. Are you shy? You need to go potty. I don't think we've taken a break in a bit. The game is like, I think it might be patching. The launcher is having a struggle bus on me, so maybe we should make a break. A break. Break. I can't believe I made it through my I don't give a fuck years without picking up an STD. Me neither. Honestly, I'm like grateful, but also don't like not a great example. I'm super grateful that my I don't give a fuck years were more about like drugs and less about the dicks and the vaginas I put my face on. I feel like when I'm like in that, way of I don't give a fuck the world, I don't look for validation sexually. I look for more escapism, i.e. drugs. Whereas some people are like, I need to be seen by a human. Pork me. And like, we're all fucked up. No shade either way. It's not good either fucking way. Just want to throw that out there. We're both doing terribly self-detrimental things to our bodies. It's just, one way or the other. One way or another. We're gonna fuck it up. We're gonna fuck it one way or another. We're gonna ruin it. We're gonna ruin it. Your good time. I can't hold myself in. Hi, bud. My sweet boy. Do you want to go outside and go potty? And take a break? Yeah? Okay. Okay. Quick break, my dudes. Every couple of hours we take a break. I know it's probably been more than that. I told you I lose track of time when we play games together. I never know what fucking time it is. So, break, real quick. Stretch your dicks, clits, non-binary bits. I'll be back in a few minutos. Packable, do whatever you need to do. Get a drink and drink some water. Hydrate. I need to pee so bad that I'm not going to do that right now because that's just I don't want to. That wasn't the experience. I took my fucking dogs out and I swear to fuck, a daddy long legs bigger than my ass crawled up my leg and my brain went like, oh God, what's that? It was just a daddy long legs, but it was probably the biggest one I've ever seen. Holy crap. Huge. It was huge. Like its body part, like its middle segment, like its one segment, I guess, was like as big as my pinky nail. That's pretty fat, right? It was a big, like its leg span was like that. It was huge and it was crawling up my leg and I freaked out a little bit, but it's I didn't kill it. I just like was holy shit, because the leggiest spider we have around here that even looks like that is the huntsman, or is it huntsman? The ones that can have dirty fangs and cause like infections and stuff. Those spiders are the only spider around here that have like a really, really small body and huge legs. Like they tend to be really leggy. And they're not usually out during the day, like in your garden. So it would be really unlikely that that's what it was. But I've never seen a daddy long legs that big. It was big enough that I felt it. Like I felt its weight on my leg. Ick. Yeah, it's never a good feeling. Like thankfully I've removed the weird urge to like attack it from my repertoire. Like I no longer try to kill things just because I'm afraid of them. But I definitely like froze up and was like, oh God, wait, what is it? That's a daddy. Oh my God, it's so big. It's huge. Just creepy. Creepy. And now I feel like things are crawling on me. If you see something crawl up me, just let me know. Gross. There's a new guy at work starting called Wayne Bruce, and I said, my old nemesis, Man Bat, and nobody got it. Honestly, I am wasted here. Top comment, not all capes wear heroes. They are wasted there. That's fantastic. That's just, I feel like things are crawling on me. That's just fucking clever. That's fantastic. Hold on, I'm trying to move the volume so we can see David's link. The game's not letting me in right now. It's just doing the that exact same thing. The can't find character, some whatever. So of if spiders were on drugs, and it's pretty fucking funny. Oh, that was fantastic. That made my face hurt. At first, I didn't know where that was going, but damn, it went places. A library card, a business card. I mean, what did we use? Not that I ever have done that. Allegedly. I mean, what would I have used, I should say. I don't remember. What I would have used. So Oh, great. Music choice, Katie. I just played a list. Here we are. I don't remember, but I do know allegedly I would have snorted it off my mom's medical dictionary, which was really awkward and kind of funny at the same time. I don't remember what it would have been, though. Maybe it was my... Oh, my God. I think it might have been, like, my school ID card. Yeah. Yep, Queen. I always try. Like, if they're big enough, or I just try to chase them outside. We don't get too many huge spiders, honestly, in the house. Other than, the obvious. Oh, CJ. You know, I used to work with a lady who worked at a bank for years and years and years, and she said that the statistics of how much money has drugs on it, that once money reaches a certain year, when they bring it in the bank, they save it up, they stop distributing it, and then at a certain point they just incinerate it and reprint new money. Like it's recorded, and they replace it with new money. Because the statistics of how many I don't know how to say that, how many drugs are all over money. It's kind of crazy. We used a random Harry Potter book. I had so many, and I think praise cards from school, which we also used for roach filters. Oh yeah. We ripped pages out of my mom's Bible, which to this day I feel bad about because we didn't need to. We just did it to be little shitheads. Just little assholes. And feces and blood. Oh my God. Did I ever? One time I was working at Lowe's when I worked in the cash office. So I used to get these money stories all the time. And if someone came in and paid with like a huge amount of cash, we wouldn't just put it in a register. We usually pack it up and bring it to someone would bring it to me to just immediately put in the safe. And it happens. Construction workers and stuff will come in with like tons of cash from the person they're working for. And one time someone comes, knocks on my door, and they just thrust a grocery bag, like a Lowe's bag in the door, and they're like, "Here." And it was just a handful of money covered in blood, like wet blood. And I grabbed it, not knowing what the fuck was in there. I was like, "Are you kidding me? Why did you do this? Why would you Was there a wound? Did you not call someone for help?" And they were like, "I didn't really realize what was happening till it was over." Make it make sense. None of that does at all. Jesus got you high. I mean, honestly, it might have been because the weed wasn't top quality in any way, shape, or form. That was the cheap high school shit, man. You're probably smoking like oregano. Went to dinner with a friend, and afterwards we were talking, and behind his truck was a neurosurgery question book for a student. Ghosts, you're being haunted. You're being haunted, right? Right? That's just you're being haunted. That's just it. Lizzie, I was listening to a podcast that was like the history of hemp. And it was essentially a very fast-forwarded history up until the point where we tried to make it illegal and made it illegal and all that, like the history of the racism behind it. But there were some accounts, and I don't know how legit this was, that some of the first Bibles, if not the first Bible, was made of hemp paper, which I thought was fucking sick. Like, from what I consumed about actual Jesus in that Bible is that he would totes be smoking weed and spreading love, is all I'm saying. Like, cloud. No, you're haunted. No, you're haunted. I'm here to confirm everything. Yeah, you're haunted. No, it's true. It's facts. Dude, that fucking was it on Instagram? You sent me that thing the other day that was like, it was just some dude sitting in a car filming himself, and he goes, all of the most, I don't even know why this had any correlation, but he said, all of the most beautiful women in the world have one thing in common: bruises all over the damn legs. And they got no idea where they came from. I don't know how beauty is in there, but like, the bruise thing is hard valid. I don't know. I think I'm haunted by grabby ghosts. Give me some of that Italian weed. As a big, a spicy meatball. Cheers. It was Lizzie, like, apparently, according to what I was listening, and again, it was fast forwarded through that part, but paper was made of many sources, but like some people, some historians and stuff that are researched the history of paper say that the first paper was made of hemp, and then they started making paper out of wood pulp. But wood pulp there was something like hemp was really easy to make into paper, and wood pulp was a lot more difficult to make into paper. And there was some like shady business where they like sabotaged the hemp industry somehow, just to take like they wanted the pulp industry to take over, so they like sabotaged it. But had that never happened, we'd all be using like hemp paper. And so they were looking like historically at what most paper was made out of at every time in history. And they were like, theoretically, the Bible was probably made of hemp paper. Bribes. It was all bribes. Exactly. Yes, it was all bribes to go with the pulp industry instead of the hemp industry. Even though the pulp industry was like really bad for the environment, blah, 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 whatever. They're probably both not great, but dude, Vissy, I mean, we are equally haunted. It's just facts at this point. I'd smoke with John. Probably have a lot of interesting things to say. That dude wore animal skins and owned nothing and baptized people in water and was like, the end is nigh! And the Romans hated him. Dude was stoned. And, I mean, was he like legitimately stoned as well? Hemp is like one of the most versatile textiles. Would you call it a textile? In existence, really. Like, after listening to a few just historical podcasts on the history of hemp, it was fascinating. I had no idea. Like, people in a lot of places in the world actually use bales of hemp to create insulation for homes and stuff like that. It's crazy, but the stigma of, hemp might get the kids high. Which, like, show me something dumber. Makes great rope. Yeah, rope. I think rope actually, like, started out mainly as hemp, and then there was this weird, like, stigma, and we all know it was fucking racism. It's made out of cotton and linen with synthetic fiber stuff, right? What is? What is? Money today. Yeah, it's cotton linen with some synthetic fiber stuff, and then it's the dyes used are what really identify it. Like, the dyes, whatever makes it that green color. Or the coating. I think some of our money's actually plastic now. Man, I so rarely have cash. But some of that newer money that was like colorful and shit, didn't it have plastic in the middle or something? I mean it exists. Yes. Cash still exists. I have like emergency cash, just in case I'm in the middle of nowhere, but like I very rarely ever even see it. I don't think hemp can. I don't know if it's just the male plant, but there is a distinct difference between hemp and like how there's actually this is actually what I think it is. Correct me if I'm wrong, people in the industry. I believe literally, how there's indica and sativa. I think hemp is the third plant. It's been a while since I learned about this, but I think that it's like just the third plant, but it has none of the psychoactive effects at all in it whatsoever, right? Me too, BDO. Like, for instance, legal weed, there's a lot of places that don't take a debit card or anything like that. You have to use cash. So some people carry cash for that. There are some places, if you're driving in the middle of bumfuck nowhere in the United States of America, that don't take anything but cash. Like, there's some bumfuck nowhere they don't have a credit card machine or something. If you need gas, yeah, like that's why we all had like hemp necklaces and shit back in the 90s because hemp doesn't have any. I mean, you could try to smoke it, but you'd probably get sick on whatever they coat the hemp in to make it waterproof. The fuck is this? Oh, Talking Heads. I was like, dude, I feel like I'm about to jump into a fucking Muppets movie. Oh, it's Mag's favorite. David, I mean, I think a lot of most dispensaries are really hush hush about how they deal with that because it is. I remember this was ages ago, granted, like 2 years after it went recreationally legal in Washington State. One of my good friends that I worked at Lowe's, her brother like opened a pot shop, a legal recreational shop, and she started managing it. And she said this was at the time. I don't think this is legit anymore, but because the reason they have to work in cash is because marijuana is not federally legal and banks are federal. So, according to federal law, marijuana is still a, heroin type drug that is illegal. So, if banks were to take in money from the sale of weed, then they are going to get banged. Like, they're going to get, whatever. I don't know what the crime would be called, but they'll get fucking in trouble. So, essentially, they have to work in cash. And at the time, she said literally the size of their store quadrupled, was under the store, and it was a safe for all the cash. Because they can't put it in a bank. They're just fucked. Is that still the case, Mel? Yeah. It's wild. Yep, it needs to be legalized on a federal level to get bank access. There you go. That's why it's cash. And it is. Like, weed shops kind of went into it. I think, this is my theory. I think weed shops, as they become recreationally legal and open up, I think they kind of went into the business knowing this, like knowing it's going to be cash only, knowing they're going to have some massive safe and, you can't participate in a bank at all. And so there's been not a lot of robberies. No, there hasn't been a ton. It's actually been kind of shocking because of the amount of security and the amount of security, not only just for the shop, but what I mean is not only the security for the money, but the security just to get into a weed shop is crazy. Every weed store around here, they usually have a security officer outside the front door who checks your ID, has a walkie-talkie. Walkie-talkie's inside with your name and says, do they have an order? If not, they put you in a special line. When you enter the door, you got to give your ID to another security guard. And then when you go through the line, you get to the front, you have to give your card to another security guard. Like, there's so many levels of checks and balances. It would have to be like, like a 1920s Tommy gun stand up for them to do anything. And even then, like, how the fuck you getting into that safe? It's crazy how much security is around weed because they don't, like, their entire livelihood is stripped from under them if they accidentally sell to someone underage or otherwise. They kind of do. I mean, if not on par. I've seen the safe. Like, I've seen the door to it, not inside, obviously, but the door to it looked like a fucking safe out of a movie. It's huge. And that's just what they have to do because they can't even deposit that money. They'd have to launder it, literally. Weed is cash only in most places in Washington. I think they have debit stuff now, but I don't mess with debit cards unless my ATM card. Yeah. I've heard some places what they do is they can take a debit card. Essentially, what they do is they run it like they are an ATM. Because I've done that before. If I'm like, I didn't bring enough cash or something, they run your debit card and then they pull cash out of their register and put it into a different register, like an ATM. That's how it works. And that's the only way they've been able to get around it. But it's still all cash. It's crazy. And it just seems like, by maintaining it not being federally legal, you're putting people in danger. Like, that's just fucking dangerous. Yes, the safe is massive and door obnoxiously thick. There you go. It literally, that's what it looked like from the outside. I was like, this is something from a movie. Like, it had the big thing, but they quite literally have to do that. What else? And it's fireproof and everything because you never know. It's just wild what they have to do. No, there's actually some pretty wild videos out there of some people trying to rob dispensaries and failing miserably. It's pretty fucking funny. I saw one where they didn't even try to, I don't even know if it was a dispensary. It was like a head shop, with those shops that like the walls are lined with bongs of all kinds. Someone tried to rob that, and I shit you not, the person at the counter pulls out like a 6-foot necked bong from under the counter and chases the robbers out. Never even had to swing it. It was fucking amazing. But to be fair, I wouldn't want to be struck with that. Mm-mm. Was it amazing, Vex? Ooh. Out of 10, what do you give it? No shit trouble? I think ours, they're still very stringent about like how much you can buy and stuff like that. I don't know. There's everywhere around here is pretty darn strict about your ID. Which even if they recognize you, like they recognize me, they scan it like it's actually like a checks. Like it's not just someone looking at it, he actually scans it. So every single person in there has to scan your ID as you go. And it's probably so people aren't trying to use a fake ID or something stupid like that. Oh, the insurance? I can't even imagine. I cannot. Oh, actually, you just reminded me, David, in recent time, this was like a year, I think it was last summer, my dispensary that I go to all the time, actually someone tried to break in. And the way they tried to break in is they actually threw like a giant rock at one of the windows because the whole front of the building is just glass. But it's like that glass that doesn't shatter. It just like kind of dents in and like crusts but doesn't break in. And they were telling me like the guy at the front door, because they see me obviously often, they were like thanking fuck for insurance because those windows are dumb expensive. But I think they protect them also from gunfire and stuff like that just in case because people are crazy. Is it ballistic glass? Yeah, it was. I mean, I remember I came like the next day. It happened in the middle of the night. No one was in there, thankfully. No one was at at the dispensary when it happened. It happened at like 2 in the morning or something. But I went the next day when it was all like taped up. It was fucking crazy. It looked like the way glass ripples in the Matrix, but still in the frame. It was very weird. But like shattered. Like, shattered. It was cool. I'm glad no one was in there to get fucking hurt though. I don't think you can get through it with a truck, honestly, Knives, because it's like one of those buildings where it's kind of a strip of businesses and they all have like an awning over just a glass wall, and one of those glass panels is gonna be a door. And I think honestly, like just thinking of my Jeep would clip that fucking awning. You'd destroy your Jeep more than anything. Or your vehicle. Cheers. Yeah. Oh, trouble. That's probably it. Honestly, I was thinking about it. I think there's so many checks when I go through because I always end up going during a really, really busy time of day. Happy 420 and cheers. Yeah, it's like the perma awning that's like an iron, like iron skeleton underneath the awning thing. I think it would damage your vehicle more than be worth driving through. Honestly, it might be a safety thing. I don't know. David, and honestly, that's how it is here too. Like most places, if I can remember, I mean, most places in the US, and this is like because businesses don't want to get sued and they don't want their employees to get hurt. If someone's trying to steal from you for any which way or reason, you're just supposed to put your hands up and be like, take what you want. I'm good. You're not supposed to try to, deter them. You're not supposed to detain them, nothing. Because if they hurt you, then the store's going to get sued and blah, 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 blah. I think they get around that caveat by hiring people that are actually security guards. Like, these guys have jackets that say security. I don't know. They're like security guard securities. Like, they're all pretty fucking big. And I think they get around it by those guys are like under a different sort of employment code, or maybe they're even leasing them from an outside company of security guards. And they can absolutely, if someone tries to fuck around, like, dude, just the other day, no fucking shit. This was Fiato. This was, oh God, just a couple days ago. I don't know. Time doesn't make sense anymore. Literally like 3 or 4 days ago, some fuck came into the store and got pissy with Viata and spit on her. Spit. And security dragged them out and they banned them forever because it was after they already handed over their ID and Viata had already like scanned it all in. Like they had all their fucking information. So that person is now banned forever. But what, I mean, people treating people like, I know. I mean, honestly, Vex, I said the same thing, but then I retracted and I was like, okay, there's no reason to spit on someone else. Unless that's your thing. Like, if you naked with someone else and you, like, sitting there, like, fountaining each other, go for it. No other fucking case are you allowed to spit on another human being in public, let alone someone who's helping you get some fucking weed. Spitting with consent is important. That shit was, I mean, Viata literally, she was like, if I hadn't have been at work, if the security guard hadn't have dragged them out, I would have fucking jumped over the counter. I was like, so would I. That's assault. That's what I said. I said the same thing. I'm like, that's fucking assault. I said the same thing. I mean, it's the same as if someone whipped their dick out and pissed on me. That's assault. Whip out your dick and fucking come on me, wipe your vagina lips on me, spit on me. You get bodily fluids from you onto me without my consent. It is assault. Yeah, disgusting. But I guess that's common. Like, people just, they're like, I'm having a bad day. I guess I'll go somewhere where I'm paying someone to be treated bad or something. To let me treat them bad? I don't know. My mom would have backhanded the fuck out of me if I ever spit on someone. Spit? It's just so much work because you have to use cash. Think about how much cheaper they could make your weed if they didn't have all those extra security expenses. Oh, 100%. Yeah. And on top of that, every state taxes it differently. So, like, the weed here is crazy inexpensive, David. It's so, like, I get, like, $50 ounces and stuff like that. But every time I've gone to California, the weed is easily 3 times as expensive because the taxes. Like, every state gets to do whatever they want. It's kind of individualized what they tax on top of it. I feel real bad for those people. Like, holy shit. Yeah, the overhead's gotta be insane. Oh, money. I did 2 years at a gas station attendant cashier overnight. The things humans do make me sad. I never had anyone spit on me working in, well, other than the hospital. That doesn't count. But like any other service industry, I don't think so. Not that I'm aware of, anyways. Ooh, boobies? Oh, I loves me some boobies. All of them. Hell yeah. Yeah, like there's definitely, I think we all have a personal short list of 1 or 2 people that if we ever like get the chance, we will risk life and limb to hawk a loogie in their eye. I have 1 or 2. I'm not saying it's right, and that doesn't excuse the behavior on my part in any way, shape, or form. But like, if Marjorie Taylor Greene drove up to my house and knocked on my door to try to like petition my house to vote for her for some fucking reason, I would hawk the nastiest, chunkiest shit I possibly could and aim like my little void depended on it straight into her fucking mouth and or eye. And I would feel zero remorse in any way, shape, or form about any of it. But it's not right. Doesn't make it right at all. Just saying what I would do. Know what I'm saying? Bobert? Yeah. I was thinking, like, she's like 90 pounds. Like, I think her two titties weigh more than her whole body combined. It might blow her over, but, like, yeah, I do the same. She has glasses, so I'd really have to aim for that fucking DSL, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. The one whose kids just recently called the cops on her for child abuse. Yeah. And, she took the phone from her child while they were talking to the cops to hang up on the cops while her children were complaining of child abuse. Yeah, that one. She doesn't want anyone to repeat these things out loud, by the way. This is like her personal family business, and she'd like it if we just left her to her own. Lena Marie, I'm saying I have my sunflower garden is looking fucking nice. However, plastic pieces aside, them bitches look like good plant food. Like, imagine just poppies. Just like poppies. They can't speak bullshit. They can't spout anti-trans nonsense. They can't try to take back Medicare. They're just poppies. They're great. Waste a good spit if you ask me. I mean, Boone, to be honest, I produce constant. I'm fine. I'll have more. I'll do it twice if I can. Yeah, that one. I consistently use my wishes for the state's government wishing that she would stub her second from the right. Oh my God. You are that's a toe. Ow. That hurts me just thinking about it. Second from the right toe on her left foot every week. As soon as it's healed, I want her to unavoidably have it happen again. Can I add to the curse? Paper cuts in the corner of her mouth every Sunday morning for eternity. Right. Just like a, because I imagine her mouth starts its nonsense Sunday mornings. You had a paper cut in the corner of your mouth? How and why? Do you need help? Do you want me to call somebody? I've definitely had a cut in the corner of my mouth, like shoving too big of a chip because I'm a fucking cow and, you get a big old corn chip. Like, I'm going to fit it in my mouth. And that salty ridge, like, ouch. I've done that before, but a paper cut? Then she looked like some trailer joker. I'm saying. And then she goes to church and tries to, like, spout nonsense about whatever nonsense that she wants to spout, her hate, but there's, like, blood trickling down her face like she's a vampire. She'll either get less attention or more, and I don't think either way will be good for her in those instances. Every time, literally every time you open your mouth, rip. Ow. Oh my God, that made my butt clench. I think something worse, get paper cuts on the inside of her ass cheeks. Ow. Wait, which crease though? Like the crack or the because both ouch. But I've had that tattooed and that's the worst. I don't want nothing to do with that. Paper cuts. I haven't had one in so long, they're the worst. I take that over the blisters on my hands right now, to be honest. Boo. I hope MTG every day of her life gets a tater chip jammed between her top right canine and the next tooth into the gums for life. I hope the only way that MTG is ever allowed to bathe is in a bathtub half full of lukewarm water and half full of brand new Legos. Can I add that? I'd be into it. Benny and the Jets. Okay, yep. The clench. So, like, basically, once a week, she bends over and you just, like, right up the beehole. Oh my God. This way, this way. It's too many details, but I'm in full support because what a waste of air. Cheers to that. Happy 426. I missed it as well. Oh my God. I've never had a hemorrhoid, but I imagine shitting spicy food with a hemorrhoid would be similar. But I'm just like stuck in it now. I don't want to be a part of this world. I have my medical marijuana card in my state, and they're still like, nope, you can't have pot in your system. That's the way pretty much almost I think there's one or two, if not like maybe a handful of states that have removed that thing where as long as you're not high on the job, whatever, but so many states like that, it's so dumb. One of the dumbest things, about hospitals, they always drug test you to get a job, but unless you handle narcotics directly, i.e. like fentanyl and shit like that, you never get drug tested again. So it's so clear the only reason they're drug testing is just for some federal nonsense and to get you in. Because after that, like they just don't care. Unless you're handling the narcotics and they go, and then they don't drug test you like all the time. It's usually when the count's off. Then they have to drug test everybody to figure out who the fuck's stealing fentanyl if you're eating it or whatever. I'm dressed in a black shirt, black slacks, black socks, black shoe. Dude, you're very Folsom Prison? Was that the era where he did the black everything? But I think instead of the blue tie, didn't he have like a silver butt buckle or butt buckle? Butt buckle? Why is speaking difficult? Butt buckle. Butt buckle? Nope. Nope. I need a good butt buckle. Can anyone help a girl? What does that even mean? Okay. I don't know what it is, but I want a silver butt buckle. I guess I'll go for gold. What the fuck? Is that like a belt buckle you sag over your penis? Would you wear it like this or like this? Like how? Do you just like wear it around your thigh and it just kind of like I don't know what this is, but you know. So stupid. I'm here. Hello, I'm here for my 3 p.m. butt buckle. Oh, good. Head to room 3. There's wet wipes in the corner. Go ahead and clean up. Drop trow, and I'll be there in a few. As soon as the wax gets nice and warm. What would that be? Why is there wax? I don't know. I don't know why I went there. I don't have answers. Bacon, we're fucking here for you. It's like a leather Borat. Oh, I was picturing that, but oh my god, the wedgie. Just having like that firm strip of leather up against your penis all day. Oh my god. Waxed butt. You made me bite my chapstick. There's just a perfect jagged tooth in it now. It's my crooked one too. You don't wax your my butt buckle? I haven't had to wax my butt buckle in a bit, to be honest, but like it's tarnished for their pleasure. I have been known to bleach it once or twice though. The leather. So this is. Hold on, I have to go back and read it because this is exactly what I was picturing. It's like a leather Borat bathing suit with a buckle that ties all three strings together on the back by the butt. So like a present, like the bow would be over the bee hole, and you'd like, yeah. But the strip up the penis, like by the time the person went to untie it, I feel like my penis would be bloody. The Tane whistle. Wait, how do? It's a belt. It's a butt plug that acts like a belt buckle and holds your pants up from the back. Would it have like a shoehorn coming out of it then to like go over the cheeks and hold it over the cheeks? You know, what's that sport where it's got the big handle and like the huge scoopy shovel on it and they throw balls at each other super fucking fast? I think it's in India. Would it be like that, but you stick it straight up your penis? Jai or however you say it. Yes, that one. Because I want my pants held up over my penis, over my cheeks, not just at and my asshole is like not at the. I'm not a fucking conehead. High lie, is that how you? Isn't it? Don't they just say high lie, or do I have to say high lie? Is it just high lie? And that's just an anal hoot at that point. And like, how would you disguise that shoehorn part? But yeah, that. Like what if you like went to adjust your pants and pulled it out a little and you had to like, like why did it go up the butt? What happened to the belt buckle? How could you sit down? How could you? Seats would have to be custom made for people who use the butt buckle. Oh my god. Do you get leather dry cleaned? Where do you even go for that? Oh my god. Like a sight. Like a sciatica pillow, but deeper. What the- Like, what do you say when you go to buy a pillow and someone's like, how deep do you want that to go? I'm sorry, what? Aren't we talking about pillows? Yes, ma'am. How deep would you like that to go? Oh, 0, please. 1? Available now in green, cyan, and rouge for those of us with sensitive penises. Sorry. I'm done. I'm sorry. That was too far. Tired of that belt? Don't have enough notches? Well, try the butt buckle. If you start popping holes in the backs of chairs for the butt buckle, our friends who wear tails would appreciate them too. True. What the fuck? All I can think of is the lion from Oh god. The Wiz. Do you remember how perky that goddamn tail was? I think that should be our prototype for the butt buckle, is all I'm saying. It's like so. Could you see this picture, Shark? No, because at one point a model has to walk in wearing the Beckle or allowing the Beckle to wear them. I'm not sure which way this goes. But like, what if it falls out? Thank you. Thank you for your sacrifice to this community. Now we just need someone brave enough to stick this on Shark Tank. Jesus fuck. And for that reason, I'm out. Right after the wet Beckle hits the floor. Right, David, like, they can be standing, but, like, on one of those little rolling platforms you use for plants out in the garden. Like, if you have a big patio, we'll just kinda, like there. Check the Beckle now! Please, don't touch the Beckle model. Please don't make them sneeze or cough or look at you strange. The Beckle is delicate. Let the Beckles hit the floor. Jesus fuck. That song would be so different. You're just fucked up. All you see is this bulge out the back. Would there be like a little wet spot? I feel like there might be some moisture involved. Hey, sharks! Have you ever had a subpar belt and don't keep pulling up your pants like Chris Farley in the SNL sketch? Us too! Well, do I have a solution for you, and I know just where to stick it! Come on, Chad! Do you see Chad's pants going absolutely nowhere? I give you the Beckle. Now who's fucking investing? Don't breathe, Chad. It undulates. You're welcome. From the lube or the ass juice? Yes. Just the sweat from holding it in. Because, I mean, I'm assuming it's probably not meant to be a sex toy, so the people constructing it have know nothing of flared bases. So that's just like a straight, thick fucking like that you are completely dependent upon the sphincters inside you to maintain that pressure. You know what I'm saying? Dude, that's Genova's pitch. I'm just here to read the shit. I'm here to read the copy. I'm just here. I just read the copy. I'm not clever enough to ever come up with this shit. I just hit my bong and it was one of those rips. Oh, you know the second you take your lighter away that you made a mistake? Smoke took a yellowish tint and tastes awful. I hate them. It feels like such a waste of weed. Takes 2 or 3 attempts to clear the bong. I've done it so many times. On stream, too. Yeah, you know it instantly. It's like it's got some ball of fucking tar in the bottom that keeps burning and it's ruining all your good weed. I just read the copy. That'd be a great shirt. Who would wear that? There's not enough people out there that even know what the fuck copy is anymore, do they? Knives, dude, speaking of butt juice, I was reading the most interesting fucking article the other day. I still get updates on like gender affirming surgery, like the progress of it at Hopkins because I was participating in so many of them when I was there, which was really awesome. And there was this really, really cool study that's they've been holding for quite so many years now, that the science of it is crazy and I don't even understand it. But basically, trans women's vaginas will start to self-lubricate after a few years because their body and brain starts to actually recognize that we now have a puss and we got to take care of it. Amazing. Bodies. Can't ever fucking cut them short because damn, that's pure hot magic. That's incredible to me. Like, dude, right? And of course they had so much scientific jargon. I understood some of it in terms of like cells turning into mucous membrane cells and so on and so forth, but damn, it was really fucking cool. Oh my god, if you know a gist answer, feel free to explain like I'm 5. Because it was so interesting, but I'm just not a specialist in that area of the body enough to know what they're talking about, like the base knowledge of it, you know? But like science. It just is so cool. I wish my body did anything cool. I mean, I think one of my dogs farted. Smell like ass. Oh, she's asleep farting. I think theoretically my body could make a baby, but like I don't want it to do that. The new and improved Beckel. Have you ever thought, quote, my ass isn't doing anything right now, and well, I hate just having to tighten my pants. Have I got the item for you? The Beckel. Just clench and your pants will cinch right. Oh my god. If it had like a pressure cinch, oh my god. You like, and shink. Oh Jesus God, fuck. Is that an Idiocracy? Because that's something out of Idiocracy. It's all the same tissues genetically, and hormone levels decide the difference. Boom. Snaps for queen. That sounds like a very, very simplified version of what I was trying to read without the knowledge base behind it. Fucking fascinating and so cool. That's true. Something my body kind of smells like meatballs. I guess that's kind of cool. Yeah. Is it your balls? Doesn't your body instinctively fill up in spaces with fluids? I know when I had a bunch of masses around my back, the space would fill with fluid and I would have to get it sucked out with syringe. Absolutely, yep. And like, depending on what's causing the area, like it could be one way or the other. Like there's one method where your body creates a space, like because it's a cyst or a tumor or something like that, and then fills it with fluid, or your body ends up with a lot of extra fluid and doesn't know what to do with it, and therefore shoves it somewhere that now becomes a space. Yeah, usually with people with testicles, it goes right to your fucking testes and just makes them like, it's wild. Same with air. We can grasp. Have you ever seen that Mad TV where he can customize his farts to smell like lavender? It's magical. Babe, I can't even. Please go shower. You smell like an Italian urban cheese from Subway, and I am not wanting to eat fresh right now. I ain't got fucking time nor hydration for your foot long. Make yourself comfy on the couch, bitch. I'm taking a bath. Like they're even a fucking foot long anymore. Bodies are so magical. We might have done a lot of research on matter early into our transition. Dude, I mean, why wouldn't you? Honestly, every single transhuman I know has done some pretty, and rightfully so, like, they almost become unlicensed professionals in transitioning across the board. I don't want to say like just gender affirmation surgery or anything like that. But I think it's because not only is it huge risk, like emotionally, publicly, socially, whether or not their family will accept them, et cetera, but like, God forbid you fuck up and go to a doctor who's not, you know, up and up on what he should be doing and giving you what they should be doing and what drugs they should be giving you and what hormones and stuff, and they fuck up your body with hormones and make it you feel even worse than you already do. Like, oh my God. Oh my God. Nightmares. Yes, you have to become your advocates. That's exactly the terminology I was trying to look for. Thank you, Zoe. Because we have to become our own advocates. So many docs don't know the literature. Yep. And I mean, good on you. I would do the same. Because I wouldn't trust a bitch. Wouldn't trust a bitch. Viata, I was just telling everyone about the story of you getting spit on the other day. Thank you. I didn't realize what time it was. Everyone once again agrees that there isn't a reason to spit on a human unless it's MTG. No, this is good because then I look for someone to raid. I gotta take my dogs out. I appreciate you bitches. Basically, the human body is hella adaptable and doesn't think inane, Katie, insane things because biology is magic, and I believe it. Like, the things that I've just seen in the hospital in terms of, like, healing wounds and stuff like that, and what doctors can, like, take out of one part of your body and put in another part to replace whatever's broken, and you heal totally fine. I mean, plastics docs, surgery docs, surgeons in general are black magic wielders. They're absolutely, like, that alone helps me believe and see the magic that that human bodies will, given the right way to go about it, they will heal into what you need them to be, which is fucking amazing. Lizzie, thank you so much for summoning the class, keeping the class alive and giving it swings for 53 months. It's been a year and I'm sad. I'm just going to keep saying that. And the next year it'll be 2 years. I have to, come on Twitch. Not be impoverished and come see you because I miss you. They took some of my tummy and put it in my head. Dude, for real. I'm honestly shocked they didn't have... I'm just trying to get my fucking shit to load so I can see who's live. I don't think they had to take bone out of any... When I had the one big surgery ever, my horse shit, it shattered my collarbone, or it broke my collarbone, I think. Maybe a couple, like, these top ribs right here, but then this was what really shattered. And I know I have pins in there, but I don't think they had to take bone from anywhere. I don't think I, like, lost any pieces. Thanks to my braces. Yuck. I was checking the kittens' Twitch and seeing, but the kittens are asleep, so we're not going to go there. Not today. Oh. I haven't seen Jade live in a while. Shall we raid Jade and say hello and spread our love? I.e. Skin Teen. Dude, Lizzie, and when we say not pee again all day, it means none of us needed to pee all day, and that was the most frightening part. And the amount of water we bought. No shit? Oh, yes, kittens. She got 4 new kittens. Shut up. Oh, same. Had a bone transplant to repair a knuckle, which didn't heal well. Oh my god, range of motion 20% normal. Dude, that's fucking lame. I feel very fortunate my chin didn't grow into anything fucky because it was all before I, like, hit puberty. I know. Jade's one of my favorite humans in the whole world. And, like, okay, we're just raiding. Hold on. We're just going. There's a kitten cam. I can't believe you've all kept this from me. I'm just leaving now. Bye. Nothing's more important. Nothing. So, well, this is more important. Jade, one of my dearest friends in the world, one of my oldest friends from the Twitch sphere. She was one of the people that was on the stripper bus where we almost got taken to Tijuana and sold into the sex trade. She recently lost some, like, old-ass wonderful kitties in her life that were, like, her life partner kitties. Kind of like my Millie to me. So, be nice. I'll fucking kill all of you. Metaphorically, emotionally speaking. But if you look in the top right of her channel, there's a fucking kitten cam. And I don't know what to do about it, so we're just gonna go enjoy it right now. I love you. Tomorrow is the last day of my RP, the QT, so maybe I'll see you there, but if not, I'll see you on Tuesday, and we can enjoy drums or something together. But in the meantime, kittens!